I have Christopher Burdett, magic artist, and Ralph Horsley, magic artist, sitting here drinking with us. So that's what's going on.
As per usual.
My name's Hopper.
Name's Hopper.
Whatever, Enzo.
Oh, we've got another guest appearance.
Oh my God.
I have a Demogorgon costume that needs about a 6'5" person.
That's ridiculous.
We need to talk.
You need to come here and sit down and show the stream your costume. I'm highly, highly amused.
I feel a little bit like Billy the lifeguard meets Louis the 14th.
Billy the lifeguard meets Louis the 14th. You're Billy the lifeguard.
He says that in England this is called bone
Bone fluff?
Yeah, when you get those with a moustache when you're about 15 or so, so I took it.
starting to come in.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, bum fluff. I didn't even think that it wouldn't be a thing you wouldn't get, but yeah, it's bum fluff, isn't it?
Bone fluff.
Hold on. I've got the song for you.
Ladies and
Oh, never
gentlemen,
mind, you can't play it.
for all of our magic-loving friends and for you guys, just to have, we'll do that right now. Noah Bradley is giving away reference photos that he's used for his artworks.
Hot and sexy reference
Ladies
photos.
and yes, they are. Have some Noah Bradley beefcake.
I know some better ones than
yeah.
that. That was quite mild. You should see
His
some of the other
pants are way too high.
ones. That's way too mild. It's the one on it's one of the way straddling the chair I like.
I'm gonna hold that up one more time for the stream.
I can hold it.
No, it's a straddling. I tell
No,
you what,
that's a beefcake.
shall I go in and get
look
some of
at
the other ones
that.
because he's got them on his table, hasn't he?
Yes, he does.
It's
The,
the one-
the
it's
girls
the-
are back there looking for interesting ones to bring out.
It's a straddling chair.
So I just thought we'd get a kick out of that one.
Yeah.
All right, and fine. You know what? That is Rick Ankney says hello. Does he know you? You know Rick, yes?
Probably.
So while we've got people on the stream, we can conduct this business. Sure,
Yes.
I will happily conduct this business. So ladies and
All right.
gentlemen, that is the original sketch for the egg token from the Gired Commander deck.
Oh, this is what you were talking about earlier, was it? Chris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So where's the hidden lotus?
It's a bit hidden lotus.
Okay, I'm gonna break character. So, I was just drawing plants. I was literally just drawing plants.
I've got a spot.
Do you need me to PayPal to you, or did you have something?
No, I got it right over here. I was just drawing plants, and when I went to do the color work, there was a lot of green. So I went to some purples, some darks,
Tokens. Where's the
black,
token?
just trying to make things not all green. And in the bottom left-hand corner, I accidentally painted a black lotus. And I mean literally accidentally painted
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find a picture of the token. I don't know what the syntax is for token. I think it's T.
Yes, it is Christopher.
Cards that are red and green. Card types. There we go. T Merfolk. T token. Let's try T token.
I just need your signature right here. Yep, that counts. That's legal.
T egg.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not up yet.
Oh,
They're
what?
way behind. They're way behind.
Scryfall would certainly. This isn't Gather. This is Scryfall.
Yeah, no, it's. I don't know why
Really?
Commander's not up. The egg's not up yet. I'm still listed as. I think I'm listed as one short on the website because the tokens aren't on it
weird.
yet. Yeah. No, it's.
All right, let's try it. What if we do?
It is no one's fault, but somebody is a little behind. Well,
There it is.
I don't.
Okay.
There's
Ladies
the
and
egg.
gentlemen, there is the egg that I have just purchased.
So the sketch is quite a lot bigger than the final thing.
Well, it goes below
into the
text.
box.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
it was a full image, and you can't see the lotus, the lotus that's not a lotus, until you look at my full art.
Oh, okay.
That's awesome.
So it's a hidden Easter egg.
Hey, Enzo, I can do whatever I want. I'm the chief of police.
Scott Murphy.
just take a picture of Billy.
What's that?
We'll be interviewing you soon.
Okay, yeah. I gotta, like I said before, I'm gonna take
Hey,
and let her wander.
what are you doing?
So-
You see Mike?
Brian, do you want to get that on camera?
Yeah, I'll be
So-
back in like an hour or two.
There it is. Oh, I just bought it.
He exchanged
I bought the egg.
ones and zeros from his account to my account.
Or an egg. I have an
If
egg.
I knew I could just give you random ones and zeros, I would have.
Hey, Dragon Jim, how's it going?
I
Well-
gave you money. Damn it.
Well, it's all the same thing.
I gave you slips of paper. I think. Actually,
No, I don't think I've actually ever gotten slips of paper.
So
It's all,
Dragon Jim, I don't know if you saw, but I am now the proud owner of the egg token sketch.
and due to my busy schedule, I've no longer had time to do toned reference drawings for all of my Magic work. It's just line art, so that's the only one. There can be only one, and you own it.
So have you got a means you can search tokens? Because I did a token years and years ago,
Did
but
you really?
I didn't know it was a token. But the working title was called Organ Core Golem.
Yes, it is. I had more than that.
What was it?
I was told it was
Well, let's
used
find
as a
out.
token, but I never actually have ever seen it as a token. But I've still got the original art back home. It's one I quite like, but I've never shown
They
it.
ain't seen you artist proofs?
All right,
'Cause
here's the
I don't
problem.
know
No,
if
you
there's
never got
proofs.
You've got 77 cards, so we're gonna have to flip through these.
No, but it's not on Gather. It was never on Gather.
It's not on Gather. This is Scryfall, so it's not related to
The working
what
title was called Organ Core Golem, but it was done probably about 8 years
Let
ago.
me know if anything looks like something looks like it.
It was like a
Whoa,
sort
what's that's one of yours?
No, that's an old one. That's finished liver. It was like a little roboty thing with like a furnace as its tummy. So I had like a
Oh,
sort
it
of
sounds
like a-
adorable.
It was.
Is it-
cute.
was it-
It
was
was
it,
very green. It was very green.
Was it something for one of the unsets?
No, it was before that. It was something that was. There's odd cards that I didn't know at the time. I thought it was going to be a card, and it never came out as a card. And I later inquired with Jeremy. He said it-
Oh, I didn't bug you about the Agent of Sneak today.
And he said it was a token, but I've never
was
actually
a
managed to
good
track it down.
Which
but
one? The seals?
That one.
Oh, the wolf.
Yeah,
Predator's
the wolf
Howl.
was a good
Predator's
card.
Howl, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great card. I don't know if it's a good card. I love the art.
Yeah, I was pleased with that.
Because magic artists talk about people's art and have no idea about what the card does.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a look. Anything else?
I'll just see whether it'll pop up. I doubt it'll be there, you see. I have tried to look for it in the past. but
Next
it's that-
60. Yeah, I don't have that problem.
I'm just curious. I should,
No, that's it.
No, I don't think that's everything I've done anyway. I don't think that's complete anyway.
Well, I mean, it's supposedly. It's even got it's got really new stuff. Old stuff.
Okay.
It might be one thing they don't do all the time is they don't do if there's alternate art for a card, you'll just see one version and then you gotta click on the card and flip through all the alternate card versions of it or all the alternate.
What I should do is I should stick it online and ask other people if they recognise it.
Yes, you should absolutely stick the card online and ask people if they've seen it in anywhere.
Well, the artwork, but the artwork's an old piece of art. What I'm saying, we're going back like 8 or 9 years or something. It's not like it's a recent thing. So I'm not worried about NDA in that sense. Because I was told by Jeremy Jarvis it was used as a token, but I've never been able to track down what token it was used as. All I know is that the working title was called Organ Core Golem, and it's a very green card of like a little roboty thing. Well, not a robot, more. Well, I suppose it's like a two-leg.
Are you breaking an NDA right now?
No, I'm not breaking anything because apparently it was used, so I can't do
Yeah,
that.
so I got nothing in here under Organ Core.
No, so it was like a bipedal sort of like brassy sort of like little roboty thing with like a one of those sort of like a fire grill things
So I've
on
got
his tummy.
57 entries for Golem.
Yeah.
So let's just see anything.
Well, it's green. It's a good start. It's very green with a bit of reddish fire. So I don't know. No, I'm not seeing anything yet.
As I actually
It was quite
recognize
small.
some of
It
these
was,
cards.
it was like it was sat on amongst books and scrolls. So it was It was a small little organ called Golem.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Enzo.
Not showing up.
Call me
Well, maybe it never did get used. I don't know. It
I
might
can do
be-
whatever
It's
I
really
want.
interesting
I'm the
to be
chief
like, yeah, I
bully.
did something for them. They bought it. I have no idea if they ever used it. I mean, they paid for it, right?
I wasn't
Yeah,
ready
yeah,
for this.
It's one I've never shared because I was never quite sure whether I was allowed to share. But then I did ask sort of a few years down the line, and Jeremy did say I was used. But I've never been able to find that email
But
again.
did they ever send you proofs?
No.
Then it wasn't used. If they didn't send you proofs, it wasn't used.
Oh, okay. I better not put it online
What
then.
happened is
But no, but I mean,
growing and the itch just drove him insane. And then
either
pushed
it
all the
fell
fears
through the
out.
cracks and it was
All
used,
at once.
but they're supposed to
Whatever
send you
it
the
is,
50
though.
proofs when you.
Yeah, but I don't know unless I got proof. I'm sure there's other things I haven't necessarily always got
Well,
proof. So I think some things do.
Burnett told the story last year that he forgot to invoice for peace. And they
Or,
didn't pay
yeah.
him and he didn't get his whatever.
Yeah, but I'm sure I wouldn't forget to invoice.
Well, somebody forgot to invoice.
Did you invoice in the end? Did you remember you hadn't invoiced? Did you remember you hadn't invoiced?
I actually missed one year, and at the end of the year, they messaged me and like, we have an outstanding invoice, and I was just so busy that year that I somehow missed billing for an entire Magic card, which made me feel really dumb and really like a one percenter.
Good.
It's like I'm like, oh, I missed an entire Magic card payment this year. Oops. Oops. Yeah, I've missed.
Yeah, but they did change the look. At least they spotted their accounting didn't tell
Yes.
us. So you got paid in the end.
Oh, I got paid.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you obviously you just didn't need it.
Well, I do have a day job.
Let's see.
What'd you
Got some
get?
cute things.
Yes. An owlbear.
Oh, I have a enamel
nice.
pin of that.
Yeah, she showed me the pin, and clearly the mimic, like, I will cut you since I generally say that.
Oh, I was actually going to buy that for Brian.
Yeah, well, it's a very Brian thing, isn't it?
It is a very
Oh,
Brian
yeah,
thing.
like,
You got your chanty?
Did you see the owlbear
Yeah,
cub
whatever it is,
bus?
Yeah,
they
yeah.
have a pin. She has a pin of it.
Okay.
Hey, I can do what I want. I'm the chief of
Hey,
police.
there we go.
Oh my god, your shirt looks so amazing.
How can I resist?
You, like, I like how you took, like, a scene from the show.
Yeah.
And,
You're welcome to sit and hang out with us. Like, you know, he's just walking.
he's like,
Boris and Julie just went in, so.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. I love your costume, by the way. I didn't get a chance to tell you that yet. So.
well, so I walk in there and I'm thinking, what's wrong with your costume? Okay, would I do this?
Did you see Ashley yet?
Not yet, no.
She's Billy from Stranger Things.
Nice.
It's awesome. It's amazing.
She has the swimsuit to put on people.
The swimsuit.
She also told me she has a 6-foot-tall Demogorgon costume for someone to wear.
Wait,
Hint,
what? You should,
hint.
Yeah, hint.
Hint.
Really, for someone to wear.
You should wear it.
All right.
It should be you.
So yeah.
I don't know if it's you, then I can go to bed in time.
No,
Sweet
Dragon.
baby Jesus.
Dave, come here for a second.
He's like, what?
So
That Enzo?
there's a guy who did one magic card in his career. One.
Really?
magic
You
card.
did one?
I did 9.
Did you? I thought you did one. This is the only one I own.
Nine is bigger than one.
So all right, here we go.
Don't worry, he can't count.
You're probably right.
That's how he's unpopular with his wife because it's like it's 9. It's 9. And she's like it's 1.
Wow, I think that's it. I think that's the closer right there.
You did. There it is, right there. You've done 9 cards. However,
In what decade?
3 ago. Hey,
so there it is, ladies
So
and
they're the
gentlemen.
really valuable ones then.
Pyrexian, what is it? Pyrexian Marauder. Let me see if I can find it in here somewhere.
Dude, that is like totally not you. What
Sit down
happened?
for a second.
it's me, but it's early me.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, because your stuff has been. I mean, even in the 10 years I've known you, your stuff has changed so much. No, in a good way. I mean, it's like it's evolving, and you know, you're doing new things.
What have you been drinking that you
A lot.
had this
A lot.
His costume comes with his
That-
own alcohol.
that grows the mustache?
All right, there we go.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Let's see. Does
No,
Celia come before
I've-
Columbo?
For the record, internet, I've never done cocaine or any hard drugs.
The night is early for
I'm
that.
just like this.
We also have
Yeah, have some chocolate.
I've already. Whoa, I'm stealing all the gummies. Give me the gummies.
Oh my
we already
god,
have
really?
alcohol. We could give you bourbon.
I'll tap you up for everything. I'm all right. I'm good for that.
Well, back by.
I don't have many weaknesses, but when it comes to gummies,
I love some more of that bourbon. That was nice. Have you got some going?
Let's see if I put it out of order.
We're cool kids, David.
It was nice the bourbon.
oh,
I didn't do it. I could be
It's
tempted
Basil
today.
Hayden tonight. So
Yeah, Basil Hayden's tonight. Good bourbon.
what's a Basil Hayden?
Here.
Oh, some of that hippie stuff.
Try it. Have some.
This is different from
It's
the one.
different.
Oh, it's the better. It's yeah.
This is even better. What you mean? Didn't give me the good stuff last night?
They bought it today. So
Chris,
I'm happy to try it. Thank you very much.
Basel.
Basil hate.
It's Basil.
Basil.
Or is it like Bale or something?
It's the
It's
proper.
like drop all the consonants apart from the first and last one. It's just like, it's
And
like
here I
Baal.
am literally just like flipping, oh look, all these dual lands.
Yeah. Yeah, is this Chianti? Yeah.
And try not to drip it in the box.
A fine
This is what you get with little
I know.
arms or trying to.
Your arms aren't little.
Well,
They're bigger than Mike's.
She's a hobbit.
Thank you very much. Yeah, my son he's not started playing Magic the Gathering yet, but he started playing Pokemon. I suppose it's a gateway drug to
Is that like Atari?
Magic the Gathering. But you know, but it's, it's
literally just
amazing
say
how
that like Atari?
quickly, within like about 2 weeks of going to Pokemon Club, he was already.
We tried, but there's fuck all for signal in that room.
He was already sort of getting inculcated into the whole culture around.
I love the
collectible
fact
card
that you
games.
just use the word inculcated.
I've got a vocabulary. I know how to use it.
I love the fact that you use that word.
Yeah.
So he's there, and already, you know, it's the whole thing about.
Has anyone seen Joyce?
It's already the thing
God,
about.
really?
It's already about when you open a pack. It's about whether you get a hit in your pack, whether you get, you know,
Right.
whether you get
When
the
you
hit,
get that dopamine hit.
whether you get the hit, whether you get the hit of, you know, the cool
Wait.
thing.
You get the thing you want.
So you
And
know the
apparently in
drugs,
Pokemon
okay?
decks, when you open your booster pack, they know that like the fourth card down thing is the cool card, or potentially the cool card.
Yeah.
So,
Magic cards,
so you've got
it's
to.
like-
So I don't know this. So is it the same thing with Magic? So you've got to shuffle your deck. So you put that to the bottom. So it's the last.
I got
of
your
the
You're
point.
filed out of order.
You know. So is that something you have to do with your
So
booster
now
pack?
he's making you wait.
No, he's not.
So what is this stuff you're giving me?
But it's been lovely visiting with you folks.
Although, come back.
Whatever, Enzo.
And whatever electronic minions are following you.
You need to go back and
In the
see.
meantime, you look like a recipe to not get this show covered by midnight.
Exactly. Have you seen?
Oh, crap.
Have you seen Noah Bradley's?
Have you seen my watch?
Dave, what does that mean?
Have you seen my watch? You know, it's state of the
Show
art.
if I hang around with you guys.
Okay.
Have some Noah beefcake.
No beefcake.
Yeah. Enzo.
I really
Enzo. See,
I can't
good.
unsee this.
No, and just drop it on the table so the whole stream can look at it.
That was one of the good ones.
All right. Good night, folks.
Cheers, Dave.
I'll grab you if I find
Enzo.
it.
Enzo. I can do
So,
whatever
so
I
the
want.
thing is, like within
I'm the
2
chief of
weeks,
police.
Leo was there and he's already going. I've got it. And one time he opened his pack and he's saying, "Wow, Dad, look what I've got!" And he passed me his card. And so I got to pick it and go, "Don't put your fingers on it. I haven't double bagged it yet." And it's like, you've only been playing this game for 2 weeks. But anyway, of course,
I'm
of course,
waiting for him to like pick up one of your cards and be like, "No, don't touch it."
and of course, you're talking about don't put the bourbon on the thing. Well, within the second session, I think, when it was club, there was a tango moment. Not him. He was not responsible. Nothing to do with him. But this guy who sat playing Pokemon with this other person managed to knock their soda all over the other person's deck.
This is the reason that what you've just described is the reason why all of my decks are double sleeved because I know my friends.
Yeah.
I know them and I know what they're like.
Their hands go to their crotch all the
I
time,
mean,
don't
as I told
they?
you, I think I told you last night. You know, I go and play board games on a Friday night, and you know, we do like to have a glass of wine and whatever else. But I also can be a bit notoriously clumsy when it comes to these things.
That's
And
way better than Chianti.
And I'm the one person who like, don't give me a stemmed wine glass. I'll have the tumbler, thank you, because it's less
Italian table wines.
It's easier to. It's less likely that I'll knock it over when I'm reaching to get the cards or roll the dice or, you
Like,
know.
ultimately, the first drink is mine out of the mug.
Yeah.
Like,
Hey.
he's like, handle.
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's better this way.
Oh my god.
What is this thing that you guys are doing?
It's called the internet.
What? Is that like Atari?
It's a series of interconnected tubes.
Yeah, I had to see a doctor about that.
Yeah.
He shoved his finger up my butt.
I thank you for that. And now that is preserved for posterity on the internet.
you have the digital timepiece to like totally sell it. And
Hey,
it's like,
Enzo. Enzo.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
Hassling the
preserved
magic,
for
you're not hassling the
posterity
magic
now.
art directors, are you? We need to drag him in. You know, so that's what, you know. What's it like being a new magic art director?
Yeah. Oh man, I can't believe it's almost midnight.
Did you not find
I don't know where it is. I must have put it somewhere.
Because I couldn't figure out how
I
to
might have left it on.
change the time on this
I
thing.
might have left it on Rob Alexander's table.
Oops.
It is what it is. Wasn't worth very much. Please don't do that. you're like the cat that's just about to push shit off the table over and over again. So thanks for watching, folks. We're live at IllexCon. We're not playing yet, but we're talking to artists. We got Ralph Horsley and Chris Burdett.
Hopper. Sheriff Hopper.
Sheriff Hopper. So yeah, and some beefcake pen, some beefcake Noah Bradley.
Oh my.
Oh, we shouldn't tease the poor guy.
I know.
Everyone's
he has
got to
a-
make a living.
I totally
He has a good
really
physique.
that I was going to show that up on the stream.
I would be.
Oh, that's actually him. Oh, dude, yeah. No, he's ripped.
If I had it, I would be flaunting it.
Would you?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck yeah! If you look like Jesus, why not?
No, I wouldn't.
Be proud of yourself. Don't slut shame yourself.
My physique's all right now. Thank you very much.
Well, show it off. We are on the internet.
That's why I'm not.
This is what happens. When
But
you
I've
start
also got
getting
about
artists
30
drunk.
years on
Hey.
Noah Bradley, you know. So I'm talking about my age.
Wait, more burgers.
I can do whatever I want. I'm the chief of police.
Something's a little different here. I'm trying to know what it is.
You know what? Can we get you guys to sit down and hang out with us for a bit?
If I get a beverage, I can do that.
Would
Well,
you
I
like
got
some bourbon or some
I got
wine?
Chianti.
And actually, I'm gonna put
You got a glass?
I'm gonna put you in the hot seat. Right
Well, we
here.
got-
Make you switch seats with
He
him.
said so.
Come sit next to me, Chris.
In the hot seat.
I gotta go harass people. I can.
You can pour yourself as much as you
win.
like.
Okay.
And which one was that? That one's used. Take a new one.
Cheers.
There you also.
All right, sir. Thank you.
All right, let me type your name in.
My name would be. Mark.
Your name would be Mark Zug.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm going to put this here. I want to take her food, and I'm going to come back and listen.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, they might have to quiz you too. What's it like to live with me?
Exactly.
Oh, that'll be entertaining.
Yeah. It's not easy. No, it's easy. Are you kidding?
Do you
It's
want the
heaven.
M?
Of course. I can't live without the M. Nobody will know who I am.
Not
If you
Sisha.
take out the M, they will forget
Is there
who I am.
CH or SH?
CH. SCH.
Got it. So there's your M.
Thank you.
We don't want it in that. I don't want it in that font, however.
Oh.
Because that font is illegible.
Where is it?
Right, exactly. That font is illegible. Let's select the color. Let's make that color. Let's make it white. There we go.
Oh, Dave Palumbo would be a great addition to the.
I already,
Oh, okay. He's
I already had my time in the seat.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Yeah, sit and
Here
hang
you
out
go,
with us.
Teresa.
So here's what we're gonna do.
Oh, it'd be them. Which ones are these?
All right. So I'm gonna switch the seat, and
Are those the truffle ones or are those the space?
These are rosemary.
there might be a
truffle ones are in
tax.
that
There might be a
There's
tax.
a tax involved with this? Okay.
Someone is the
There's a
But the
price
thing
to be
is,
paid.
We can pull them up as we talk about them. That's the point.
Bourbon, what are we doing? This way? This.
All right.
Did you get
You
bourbon?
want to hang?
I did. I have bourbon.
Okay,
already.
good.
Does F come before G? Yes.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm
Oh,
a
you're
bourbon
you.
fairy.
One of the things we wanted to talk about was you're doing all the Is It cards. They're giving you a ton of those red-blue cards.
I did a lot of them,
Do you
yes.
want a little splash or a big splash?
Let's see. You come after easily. There we go. This, by the way, is one of my favorite cards.
Really?
I'm just gonna
Attrition.
leave that right there and we'll flip through some of them as we go.
Wow.
So I use that in a ton of black
But you're
decks.
Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I'm just like, what? Oh my
Do you have
God.
all his cards represented here?
Close.
A
It's
ton of
close.
them, but not a
We
lot.
get close.
A lot of them are 4-ofs because they're things I use in decks.
And then we go into Donato. So you got close. We got.
hand me the Donato
All right, hold on. Let's see. Gotta back it up.
Did I miss Donato?
No.
All right, here we go.
There you go.
Here we go, right there. But I mean, not. Listen, here's the thing, guys. Not that size matters. Okay, size really doesn't matter. But I just wanna.
Make sure I get both of you because
I just
I
wanna.
like your lovely face too.
I just wanna. Donato here, Scott here.
So,
God damn, that's pretty close.
you are
dude.
both inadequate when it comes to the cards that I got signed. Mr. Alexander has a
I
special.
know that doesn't count. That doesn't
There's probably
count.
multiples.
I had all my duels signed,
Nice.
thereby increasing the value by 50 bucks a card.
Nice.
So yeah, tell us about this card. Like, any interesting art direction? Do you remember it? Because it's a fucking old card.
Okay, I was about to say.
It's an old one, so we're talking about.
It's
on the screen.
Yeah,
so
this is what's going out on the screen.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, attrition, man. I'm trying to remember. You know what it was? All the art direction is that there's got to be a guy who's going to self-destruct and take out his enemy with him. Is the idea. So if you look, he's touching his chest, and the idea was he had a little button. Hit the button, and he blows up, and he's already starting to self-destruct. But only Elf in this corner is like, dude, this isn't right. Something's going on here. The other one's like, hey, what's up? So that's about the extent of it. I wish it was deeper than that, my friends, but really. A guy's about to blow up and take the bad guys with him.
What you got next? Anything in that stack you want to talk about next?
Oh my god, let's see.
I'll hand you a pen to sign later.
Oh, that's a good one.
Diabolic Servitude.
Yeah.
Right? Interesting run, right? Because, you got this meathead guy who's like doing the remote control. However, as many of you know, I believe the Chinese version, there's no zombie in it.
Because they were already kowtowing to the Chinese interests at that point.
Exactly, they edited it out. So it's one of my few cards. But think about it. Now all you have is the meathead guy with the remote control and nobody in it controlling it. He's zoomed in on him and they photoshopped him out.
I'm just curious. Let me see if I can find the version. Let's see. View all printings. No, they're not showing us.
They're going to show you it. It's out there. I remember the first time, because they don't tell us that.
Of course.
I remember the first time I signed one and I was like,
oh, that's
different. What's going on here, man? I don't know what's going on.
What's up, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
Hi. Cool, man.
Now, I want to show you guys this one because this is, what's up, Drew?
Thank you, Dragon Gem. And it's because it's not so crowded outside tonight.
All right. I'm going to show you this one because this is Teresa's favorite painting that I did.
Oh, I know exactly which one this is.
Tell me.
It's the Circle of Despair.
Wait a second. The look on your face tells me, is he being sarcastic?
No.
It's actually your favorite.
No, it's my
I'm being sarcastic.
least favorite of all the cards I did.
She rearranged that. Yes.
Oh.
She hates this with the core of her being. Well, for one thing, that's me sacrificing her. So
and it's pretty violent.
It's pretty violent. And
there's nothing.
And let's be honest, it's a bad painting, guys. It's not good. It's not good. But it's 1996. I'm still figuring things out. That's the way it goes sometimes. But she won't. For the longest time, she wouldn't even look at it. Like, she sees my art. She is an artist. But she wouldn't even.
I think.
At least out of your house.
Or I burned it.
I think we might have burned it.
There is a chance.
That's how strongly I felt about my hatred of the
You were like,
painting.
it must be sacrificed now.
Yeah, I think it entered my dream state.
Well, let me tell you that there's a fear with artists. I don't know if you guys ever felt this, but as we progress, there's a hidden fear that if we see a piece of our old artwork, we're instantly going to revert back to that level, right? Like we feel like we're going to revert back to that crappiness.
I've never heard that.
Never that. I had this fear.
Never heard that.
Yeah.
No.
So
I see that as stepping stones, not the opposite.
Now I do.
Let you move on.
Now I do, and I'll have certain ones that I keep because they were a landmark piece, right?
Sure,
but back then they were so bad that your paintings must have been better than mine because these were so bad.
No, not at all.
That they had to be destroyed. So I had a bonfire and I burned a lot of artwork.
Oh, well, I was working at it. You gotta understand, I was working at an art store
awesome.
at the time for the discount, and I came home from work one day, and he's in the backyard with a fire pit, and the fire's going. I'm like, what are you doing? He said, oh, I'm burning artwork. What did you burn? It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So I still to this day don't really know what all he burned.
It was mostly weird stuff for like Cthulhu card games, and I mean it was crap, guys. It was
I
bad.
have binned artwork. I mean, at one point when I was in a long-term relationship and living with someone, and it's one of those things where you have a bit of catharsis and you clear stuff out.
Yes.
And I did throw about 2 bin bags worth of artwork.
Yes. Okay. So similar.
Which was similar.
Not quite as aggressive.
Havlik was telling a story just a couple of years ago how he literally burned, and he posted
the
video online of him burning a 50-gallon drum of his artwork.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, what?
No, I get it.
I don't know if it was around the same time, but many years ago when I first met Scott, a bunch of artist friends were together and we were all drawing one night, and some of the drawings were a little off color. And the next morning I woke up early and he had burned them all, and I just remember walking up and him standing by the smoldering pile of ash.
Yeah, like he's standing there with a match.
These drawings were so bad and so depraved that if they got out,
the state of the universe.
It would have been.
You were doing that for everybody's benefit.
Exactly. I was freeing the world.
Oh my god!
Of
You're crazy
Now
artist.
I must
Well,
So anyway,
you
it
can.
might have got burned, but I'm not the only one. If you get Donato here,
He's committed to coming by.
all right. So just ask Donato about see if he recalls this. But
hand
there's a
that to you
certain
later.
story. There's a certain story about a samurai sword and some artwork involving him as well. So I'm not the only one who has destroyed and purged themselves of the old art. What else we got? Siobhan Worm, that was one of my big cards when it came out. But I hated that plane shifting, to be honest with you, where there's the portal has to show up and a thing shows up through the thing. I didn't really love that.
How many cards? Like, was that a thing in that art direction?
Yes.
In that set, like it had to be coming out of a portal.
Exactly, because the idea was that something could shift through planes, so one thing could become another thing, as I understood it. It was something like that.
When you play something, you gotta pop something back to your hand. Right?
Exactly. I can't quite remember how it all went down.
Maria Velasquez says hello.
Hi.
So anything about Genju?
Genju of the Realm.
Call me out like my full name.
Genju of the Realm, I don't know, other than the fact that they left me alone. I love this stuff.
You get to draw an Asian spirit. Like, what kind of direction do you get
That
for that?
was pretty much it, though this one had to encompass all the colors. So obviously forest, mountains, blah, 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 blah. And pretty much other than that, do whatever you want. But I reached that point with them, man, where they when they had something weird, they were just like, we don't know what to do, give it to Scott. And then that's the way Time Stop happened. They didn't know what to do with it. There was no art direction on it at all. They just said, how the hell are we going to show stopping time? Give it to Fisher. He'll figure it out. And that's what we did.
So here you go.
Yeah.
So interesting. I have a question for you now. How did you paint this? Did you use a mirror? Or did you, paint both sides, or did you just paint one and flip it? Or
It's a physical painting, but all of it was planned, of course, on the computer. 180 flip, good to go. We're running it down.
Ralph was telling a story last night about the Vesuvian thing that he was like, yeah, okay, well, I sketched it out using the mirror, but then I painted it all longhand instead of like flipping it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, that would have been the long way to do it for sure. That would have been great. That would have been.
Well, I did it.
Exactly. No, and that's one. That's absolutely
for the sake of the original. Right?
Exactly.
Well, no, just because it seemed like, yes.
Yes.
Well, also, I hate painting digitally. If I can help it, I won't do it. You know, and I don't know. That's what I've always done that. So I just did what I normally do.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, I think part of that goes down. There was a point in my career where a good friend of mine, D. Alexander Gregory, D. Alexander, did a lot of cool stuff, Curse Scroll, so forth and so on. Yeah. Doug's been my friend since college. We were roommates, and he was always straight up, to this day he's straight up. And he basically said to me, he goes, Scott, here's the thing. You can paint like an MFer, really. You can paint really well, but your drawings suck. And you try to make up for it in the paint, and you can't. And that was the best thing anybody said to me. So from that point on, I spent way more time planning these things and figuring them out before I ever touched a brush. And ironically, I'm trying to go back the other way now. It's like, all right, I did all this planning for years and years and years. Now can I trust what's in here and try to do it again and see if I'm capable, you know? So
tell us about the Is It stuff, the counterflux. So this is a staple spell. If you're playing red and blue in Commander, you put it in the deck. Like, hey, I want that done, and I don't want anybody to fuck with me stopping that.
Yeah.
But you're getting a lot of red-blue stuff. Like, is it just because you can draw Is It well or Magic well, or what? Do you have any idea why they're giving you a bunch of red blue shit?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. Like, because in the beginning I was the gross guy, right? I got like pox and malignant growth and just disgusting stuff all the time. So eventually I guess I worked up to this, and I suppose they just wanted, if they were going to do an Is It, they wanted maybe you to do a few of them so that there was a consistency to it or something like that. But this piece in particular is rather fascinating because I'm obsessed with this thing, this notion of spiral staircases. So in my work, there are spirals upon spirals upon spirals. There's no science to it. It's simply me just like, blah, and this is what happens. But
can you do me a favor? Turn on the brightness, not light. He looks like he has a big white shiny head.
I actually
just the intensity. And
tell me when to stop.
Hey, you have definition now. Good.
Well, there you go.
There it is.
You have a forehead now.
There it is.
I was like, oh wait.
But yeah, so that's just like, I do lectures on this piece because if you see the number of spirals that are happening in it, it's rather crazy. It just goes back in depth, dude. It's pretty nuts.
So Dragon Gym wants to know if you play.
Yes. So here's the thing. I started in revised, right? Like so, and the Dark was out. Ice Age was just on the coming out, and I'm sorry, ending, and but you could still get it. You could still get Ice Age, and I just was playing it with my friends, and I was just like, man, I'd love to work for this game someday, and then sure enough, it happened, man.
And he taught me how to play.
That's right.
I pulled all of these out of packs. I had Rob sign all these. I pulled them all out of packs from back in the day.
Right.
Sorry for the stream. It's my stack of duels that I had signed by Rob last night.
Very cool.
You don't need much information.
People are like,
how much money? Yeah, because I get
guy at this point, and I've played it for a long time.
Exactly, and of course,
it's only like one.
The way it worked back then, I was a broke artist, but this worked out my advantage. But all my buddies that I played with, we didn't want anybody to have too much of an advantage. So there were 3 of us that played it, and if you bought a pack, you had to buy one. You couldn't just buy it for yourself.
You had to buy for everybody.
You had to buy for everybody, so everybody got a pack.
That's awesome.
Yes, and I was always broke, so I didn't really buy a lot of packs. But they bought all the packs.
Cards.
So it worked out for me.
So the other question is, what's your favorite realm?
My favorite realm?
Yeah.
Do you mean like?
Plane?
Oh God, I don't know.
It was funny. Who was it last night? It was like Ravnica.
That's yours, right?
I think it was like Ravnica. Hands down Ravnica.
Yeah, probably.
No, I'm sorry. No, it wasn't. It was Innistrad for him.
Innistrad.
Zombies, vampires, and murders.
Yes. You probably have to go to. I mean, I did love Mirage. That's old. That's early stuff for sure.
That was Donato's answer.
Yeah, I loved Mirage.
That was all the rats.
Yeah, it was Mirage. It was Mirage Vision Weatherlight. There were a ton of rats.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You made this deck with so many rats.
So here's a fun one. If you haven't really played much lately, right?
No, it's been a long time.
What's the
It's old stuff that we
Which one is it? Yeah. There's
Oh, wait. That thing.
The plague
rat.
Oh my God.
There it is. The Entomatics plague rats.
She played with that all the time. Yeah, it's good.
What's the discarded card rat? Discarded card makes a copy of the rat.
Because you get distortion from the perspective.
Right.
It's from the second round.
Try and look over it as much as
But there's a new rat card that
that's the first time I've seen
you discard a card and it becomes a copy of it. So every time you make it, and the card has power toughness equal to the number of that card.
Rats.
Oh yeah.
Right, so you discard a card. Oh, I've got 2/2/2 rats. You discard a card. I've got 3/3/3 rats. I've got 4/4/4.
Wow.
And with Madness, that mechanic where you play a card when you discard it.
Okay.
So you're playing the things you're discarding to the card. It was fun. It did pretty well, and it was a standard thing.
Wow.
What else we got putting on over there?
Oh,
Let's see what's under there.
All right, so my least favorite expansion was probably Mercadian Masks.
Really?
I did some okay stuff in there, but it was maybe my least favorite one. So the Corpse Auger, right?
I love that card, by the way.
So this is one of those rare examples where I got really busy. I didn't have a lot of time for Magic cards, but I loved it so much. I always wanted to keep my foot in, so I had a block of time. This never happens, but I contacted Jarvis at the time. I said, Jarvis, I got a block of time. Is there anything you need me to do? And he's like, dude, I just want you to do.
Keep talking.
He's like, I just want you to do. I think he said 4 or 5 imposing people who look like they're commanding something, and this was right before Commander. Like,
oh, that's awesome.
They hadn't done it yet, but this is very rare. They pretty much said, do whatever you want as long as it's a single figure and it looks cool. So, of them, Corpse Auger was one of them. There's one they've never released. They did all the rest.
Anywhere else?
So, Royal Trooper was one of them.
Royal Trooper?
Yes.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
so okay.
That was
all
one
right.
of them.
Yeah, Battle Bond.
And I did the original Royal Trooper too, so that's kind of funny.
Oh,
that's pretty unusual. What was one of the other ones? Borderland Marauder. My version of that was also.
I remember that. I actually saw that and I'm like, you know what? I'll never play with that card, but it is neat art.
Yes. I would say too, just like as far as my scope, as far as growing as an artist, Pristine Angel. Because if you know the full piece, it's like twice as long. It goes way down below her feet, right? The actual.
Oh, yeah, I think I saw that. Did you have that at ElixCon last year, the year before?
No, it got sold a long time ago. Like I think when I did it almost. But if you see the big version of it, it goes all the way down right below her legs, and it's kind of this decision I made in my mind. I love working for Magic. I want to make sure they were happy. So I made a decision that anything within the box is theirs, and I will do exactly what they want in that box.
And if you know it's not going to be on the card, fuck it, I'm going to go to town.
And it was mine, and that was the thing.
That's pretty cool.
Everything outside of this box, they couldn't tell me what to do. Not that it was ever an issue, but I thought this is my realm to do what I want. I'd send them where the crop was going to be, and like, great, crop it there. Every single time they said we like the whole thing, and then it wound up on like binders and like packaging.
And then they start
the
doing full art
magazines.
cards.
Yeah.
I'm kind of one of the guys who's the fault for that thing, right?
You did a Sarah Angel. You did at some point that was ridiculous.
The one I just did. So
Yeah,
the
recently.
Japanese promo only card.
All right, Japanese promo only. Let's see if it's in here. Arena game night. Arena new players. Ugh.
Really?
Let's try a bunch of them. Okay, that one's Donato.
Yep.
And I'm a project manager.
That one's Donato.
This would have just been what, 2 years ago?
There it is. That's it.
That's the one. Oh,
Yeah, right
that's
there.
sexy.
That's
Yeah.
cool, dude. And that one's huge. I did that painting like. I mean, it was
what,
ginormous. For me,
36
it was
by
ginormous.
28 maybe.
The thing behind her head is like real gold leaf, so I gold leafed it. It was pretty cool, man.
That is pretty sexy.
Yeah, thank you. It was a joy to do that because you got to understand, I played in Revised and stuff, so I had, and
that
you
was-
always wanted that
That was a
card.
bomb. It hit the table and like now
Yeah.
it's all right.
I know,
you
exactly. And so literally, it'd been a while since I've been able to do anything from them, and they write me and they're like, "Hey Scott, will you do something?" I'm like, and then they said, all they said was Sarah Angel. Yep, I didn't even stop. I was
Dragon
like,
Gem
yes.
says Sarah never looked so good.
Aww.
So this is the chat over. If you want to see what people are saying about
Oh,
this
that's
stuff.
sweet. Thank you. But yes, that was a joy to do, man. Not only that, because it was a Japanese-only promo, and you could only get that at the Magic Show in Japan, in Tokyo. That's the only place you could get that
So
card.
I'm just wondering. Now we can look over here and see what it's selling for.
Oh, I doubt that much. Turned out to be more than we thought.
Yeah, it looks like it's. Well, okay, that was the Dominaria promos. No one is selling any copies of that. There's no price. Like you can see, there's no price history for that right there.
Yeah, because that's the only place you could get it. Never in
Yeah.
a set.
I'm
It's
going
it.
to Japan in November.
You can
Maybe
find
I'll
it there for
it.
sure.
Yeah,
You
well,
can
we
find
have
it.
some. We have some with us.
Well, here's the thing. You
show.
guys
You
know.
should stop
You
at
guys,
the
They're under
show.
the table. Just let me know, and I'll pull them
you
out.
guys know about artist proofs, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Did you get your 50? Or did you?
no, they don't exist for that card because it was a
that?
promo only.
Right.
Yes. So instead of that, they said, Scott, here's a stack of them. And I often don't even get my card because I get the proof, but unless I get it out of a pack, I don't get it unless I hunt it down. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, that was rad. So they brought me to Japan. That show in Tokyo was mind-bending. I couldn't believe it. It was the whole history of Magic, and it was insane, dude. It was so sweet. Like they had, I think they had the Power. Was it Power 9? Is that right? There, the
Power 9?
Yes, they had those there. They had the card that was the wedding invitation.
Remember that?
One of those was there.
Have you seen it? Any of his Christmas cards?
Yes, they might have even had one there, and you couldn't take pictures. Nobody was allowed to take any shots. They went so far that they had commissioned two, I wish I could remember their names, but anime directors to make films for Magic that were only shown at that exhibit only if you walked in that door. They weren't going to be released online or anything like that. They went full tilt, man. It was great.
Crazy. Madame would like you to sign one. See, it's a staple. She's pulling apart her commander deck to have you sign that.
Nice.
Give it a second
By
before
the
we put back in.
way, look at his prints, folks. He has awesome prints. He has awesome original art as well. Like, I saw you guys' work.
Aw,
Yeah.
thanks, man.
This is her first IllexCon, so.
Oh, no way. Awesome.
Fantastic.
She's having
Welcome.
you are having a blast, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm not going to put words in your mouth.
Wow.
Ferrying it.
She is being the bourbon fairy, yes. And you're welcome to some more bourbon if you'd like.
Nice.
Because we have monopolized you and,
Here, I'll
you
take
know,
a tidbit in there.
by all
You can
means.
make-
And please.
I just
Yes.
set myself.
What did we talk about? Oh, we got to talk about that artifact that's sitting right in front of you.
The coat of arms?
That's why I pulled it out. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that one.
Oh my
Yeah, we got to talk about
Dang
that.
it, I did not bring my warrior deck.
So if you didn't realize, by the way,
I have
that card's selling for anywhere between $10 to $15.
Really?
Yeah, it's a staple.
Which
in
edition? Just
Any
all
edi-
any
yeah.
edition?
Yeah.
They printed that one
It's
a
a
lot.
And it's
Yeah.
still selling for that much
crazy.
money because it's so powerful in game. I mean,
Wow.
I have a bunch of stupid little elf tokens. Oh, guess what? They're all 5/5.
Uh-huh. Well, the crazy thing about that one is that's the time period where you guys maybe heard the stories, but I was doing crazy things with 3D stuff. Like, I don't know if you've seen my Incinerate.
I really, really, really wanted to buy your Thunder Spirit.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, but Kelly's like, man.
I know, I hear you, man. But
I love the feather and the skull.
Oh, dude. So right here tonight, over at the show, is my Incinerate, and the Incinerate is one where I actually, if you pull it up,
I think there is an Incinerate in there, just one, but we'll look at it.
We haven't come across it yet. Well, tell them what all was in that, because the viewers may not know what all was in that.
We'll go back.
That one's not mine.
Yeah,
we have to find
talk about that, and then we'll talk about
Okay. So I was doing three-dimensional stuff. So basically, on this flag, right?
Yeah.
On this flag, everything on there is actually sculpted and sewn to the surface of the painting. So that skull is three-dimensional.
The red is like a tapestry fabric.
It's tapestry fabric I glued
Holy
to it.
shit.
It's 3D art. The whole piece is like this thick.
There's feathers in it, which was his brother's little parrot, John Luke, his feathers. So those are green feathers on the sides.
But the coolest thing about it is in the sword of the goblin, they call them mogs back then or something.
Yeah, I
but
remember.
in the sword of that goblin,
The moglings.
there's a light switch in there, and if you turn it on, it turns on a red light in the eyeball of the
Holy
skull.
shit.
It was crazy. It was nuts.
Battery
man.
powered?
Battery powered. Which made it.
Focus when I do my art.
Yeah. Oh, that's just the tip of it. In my runes of protection, all of them had something weird like that. Every single one. I built a hourglass in one. So if you turn it upside down, sand would actually travel in the painting from one chamber to the other chamber.
That was the Rune of Protection blue.
Blue.
All right, I gotta look at that now. Rune of Protection blue. Hold on,
Yeah.
let me switch this. Rune of Protection blue.
There it is. So that's a real working hourglass. You turn
Seriously,
it
if you turn the painting upside down,
Yeah.
the hourglass will work.
Yeah.
That's
Oh my
nutty.
goodness.
Oh yeah, man.
And they're all
awesome.
me.
Oh yeah, they're almost all Teresa. Some version of Teresa, right?
Well, younger.
Of course.
Hey.
But yeah,
It's like, well, you know, you can't go wrong and take a cue from Larry because they're all his wife.
that's
and-
exactly right, man. It works out just fine, dude. I love it. But
That's really cool. It's,
yeah.
it's an actual working hourglass.
all of them were like that, man. One
I
of
gotta
them-
find your Incinerate now.
Oh yeah. So it would have been 5th edition, I think. Is where it first came out, I think. Yes.
This is the one. Wait, what?
Somebody told me it might have been 7th too, but I thought there it is. So
Which
that
one?
one's mine right there.
That one.
All right. So what a lot of you never noticed is up in that left corner, there's a candle. Do you see it?
Yep.
Yes.
And that's actually in the piece. So I cut out the flames. I made a shadow box that goes back about an inch or two.
But the shadow box is made out of metal.
Right. I put a real candle in there.
So there's actually a candle inside the painting.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it. It's here at the show.
I gotta stop and see that
Wow.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh,
How
that's
did I
awesome.
miss that?
And the cool thing is that
Like,
I had to fireproof it, right? So there's a metal chimney in the back of the piece, literally. And so I actually wrote a note on the back of the painting, and I said, I, Scott Fisher, give Wizards of the Coast permission to light this candle on fire and shoot the art, just in case it burned up.
Right.
We were hoping it wasn't going to.
And he had a box of matches.
And there was a box of matches
The
back there
matches
as
aren't
well.
there
They
anymore,
all
but they
fell
were
off,
in
but-
here back
awesome.
there.
Yeah, no,
That's
it was cool.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
that is crazy.
That's really
Like,
cool, man.
crazy fantastic.
It was a wild time, man. It really was.
Is it Savra in there?
Savra's in there too. That's my sister, actually. So that's
Okay,
great.
so we gotta talk about that.
Yeah, man. My sister's really happy to be hanging out in that one.
So the
that's-
elf shaman, the Golgari queen, is your sister?
Yes, pretty much. That's exactly how it goes down.
Oh wow.
That's
awesome.
funny as shit.
At least her head. I don't know that the rest
Yeah.
represent her quite that well, right? But that head is definitely my sister.
Wait a second. That's in my Get Run deck.
I don't know. Go look.
Go find it.
Too funny.
That's ridiculous.
Now, like, these are cards we play with
Yeah.
semi-frequently.
Oh, anything about anything?
Someone
spe-
talked about the
Be like,
Royal Trooper
hey,
looking
I've
awesome. Got it signed earlier. It's
Yeah.
awesome piece. An awesome.
So anything interesting you want to talk about that piece?
The Hellkite. Here's the thing. I've been a fantasy illustrator for a number of years. I've almost never done a dragon, right?
Really?
And technically it's a Hellkite, but for me it was like I did Siobhan Worm, right? Not
It's
Siobhan
not
Dragon,
dragon, a Siobhan
but the
Worm,
Siobhan
right.
Worm, right? And so for me that's really the closest I got, and it did wind up in the dragon deck, and it's called a dragon even though it's a Hellkite. But still, I was
It's
like,
creature type dragon, damn it.
thank you, exactly. So that's my dragon,
It
damn
is
it.
tribal dragon.
Exactly. And then later on, I got to do a dragon for Dungeon Dragon, so all was well. But
We actually have Ralphie's or Jeff Easley on camera talking about the first dragon he ever drew or ever actually painted was the one on the cover of the player's manual.
What?
Like, that was. Yeah, like the first, and he's like, yeah, you know, it's not very good, and if I had to do it today, I wouldn't do all this. Dude, relax. Everybody knows the dragon on the cover of the player's hand. Sorry, but they just do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they do.
Oh my God, you got some Portal in here.
Yeah.
All right, so Withering Gaze, you know.
Yeah. Anything interesting about that?
Yeah, so I was still doing kind of 3D stuff, and it's not that exciting compared to what we've talked about, but those are actual, like, oh, that's not my version. We got another version. So we got the Portal version, so you got to go back to that dude there.
Portal, there we go.
Yes.
There you go.
Ah.
So those leaves that are on
creepy
there.
guy for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Those leaves on there are glued to the surface, so they're actual, well, they're fake leaves,
They're
but
like
they're
the
glued
silk,
to the surface.
silk leaves, like you get the silk
really
flower
cool.
section.
Oh man, if you look at like Malignant Growth,
That's yeah, I remember that. I think it's in a deck, and I didn't pull out of the deck to make it.
dude, you have no idea how disgusting that is. This is
Okay.
why I got known as the gross guy.
All right, tell me.
That stuff growing on him, I went out to my yard, I found the grossest shit I could find. And I glued it to the surface and crushed paint in it. There's moss in
Modeling
there. There's
medium,
dirt,
you know, gel medium
there's
mixed in.
just you might get a tetanus shot if you have to do that. Here's the thing with that one though, like this was a quick lesson.
No,
That's a good question, right? I sold it ages ago. Is it like an Amsel Kiefer painting? That stuff is falling off the surface of it, but nobody spent $1 million on it, so that's good.
And I'm sitting here, you know, what I do for a living, I'm like, oh, the liability attached to that. Like, you know, you're spreading disease and germs.
Oh,
and
could
the
you
family
imagine?
gets sick. And,
But here's the lesson with this one. Maybe I don't know if you can relate to this, but I was at a convention. This was early in my career. I mean, I don't think it's my best piece even back then. But somebody came up to my table and they're like, "Scott, dude, that card is amazing. I love it. It's so great." And I'm like, "Really? Great, thanks, man." And he's like, "Dude, I have binders of that. This is a dude who loved Malignant Growth. He's got binders of it." And I'm like, "Man, it means a lot to me that you like the art that much." And he's like, "Oh no, the art's okay."
He just
You
liked
like
playing
the
the card.
card.
And the value.
Exactly, and that was the quickest lesson in right, man, and I never forgot that. Always.
I'm just curious now. Let's see. Yeah, it's selling for what, 38 cents.
There you go. I have no idea if that's good or bad. I'm assuming that's not good.
For a Mirage card that doesn't see much play, that's perfectly fine because it's usually a penny.
All right. Very good, man.
Yes, I did get my egg.
And if you look at Pox,
Yes.
my Pox, which would have been 5th edition.
Yeah, I think there is a Pox in there somewhere for you to sign, but
no.
But
Well, not smallpox, regular pox.
oh, sorry. Regular Pox. That one. No, but that's the card.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then we get the version.
Got it.
And it would be, what's your edition? 5th edition?
5th, I think.
There it is. Yep. That looks a lot like
It's
certain
so
other
gross.
things.
And
Exactly.
it's him, a younger version of him.
Dude, this one is so gross. Like those.
Did you put like a stuffed cat?
Yeah, that
Please
would
tell
have
me
been
there's
great.
a stuffed
Oh
cat.
yeah, there's real cat fur in it. No. But those sores, I built them up in modeling paste, so they're little craters on the painting of the skin. Then I filled them with stained glass paint, which is like this goopy paint, and it dripped down all shiny like blood. It is disgusting, which makes you understand why I got known as the gross guy.
I see exactly why you got known as the
I
gross
like
guy
the,
from Magic.
how it has kind of the sad clown bust.
Exactly. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Like,
Hilarious, man. Oh my god. And you know,
it's like, haha.
I do not love that painting. You know, that's an old one, man.
Ooh, Maloku.
Yes. Still
So
one of my favorites.
I actually use that in a blue deck. I want to bounce.
Nice.
So whenever I want to bounce lands, whenever I want to do landfall over and over again, here it is.
Absolutely. One
So,
of
by the
my
way,
favorite of them.
The combo. You ready for this?
Yeah.
The combo with that is, what is it? Which elemental? Torrent elemental? Which one do I use? Oh, god damn it.
Yeah.
Nope, it's not Torrent elemental.
Point of order.
Yeah.
We've got seeds.
I changed it. Yeah. Shit. Royal element, there it is. So, okay, the mechanics of that with Maloku.
Yes.
Whenever a land enters the battlefield under my control, I take a creature. I have Maloku in play, I have that in play. I bounce a land, I play my land for turn, then I play another land, I take 2 creatures. Next turn, I bounce a land, play my land for turn, another land, take 2 more creatures.
What?
So that with Maloku is a lovely little combo.
Whoa.
Well, we're always fond of Goblin Welder. That's another card we
Goblin
always like.
Welder, yep. I always did like the Goblin
Did I
Welder.
put one in there? I think I
haven't
put a
seen
Goblin.
one
I don't know.
yet.
I
Oh,
didn't
you
get
know
it.
what? It's in one of the decks. If I'll find it later, I don't want to.
I was thrilled
I'm
they-
monopolizing enough of your time.
They let him back out lately. And, they re-released him, and that was fascinating for me.
I like
loved
how
it.
you said they let him back
They
out.
let him back out. They
Is that what you're
released.
exploring?
It's kind of broken in certain ways. See if I can find it real quick.
Yeah, try the truffles.
Yeah, it's extremely rich.
And of course, it's in like the one deck that I can't find.
Of course.
There it is, Saheeli. It's in Saheeli.
Did they ever redo him? I think they might have. Did they? Or
Yeah, they put him in a commander deck.
but they reused my art on that, right? I don't know if they ever
Yes,
redid
they
the art.
did, sir.
All right.
Which is this?
Goblin Welder.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Dragon
yeah.
Jim has a question for you. Do you have a favorite planeswalker?
Kiora.
Do you remember
Oh,
last
he
year?
did the-
You signed my deck box, and all 4 Kioras in that deck.
Yes. There's no question for me. Also, as you remember from last year, but I got to totally create that character. I concepted her. So
Really? You
it's
concepted
very
Kiora?
rare.
Wow.
Normally, these things are
That's
concepted
awesome.
out, and they're already figured out before I actually get to draw them. But that was
That's
when I got
cool as
there.
shit.
And then when they did the little pop bobblehead of her, or whatever, they did the little pop figures. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about with the big heads. They did one of her.
Yeah.
There's a Funko Kiora.
We were walking through
All right,
Barnes
now I
and
gotta
Noble.
find
and
I
it.
feel like we
Wait.
now need one.
Oh my
Pretty
god.
cool.
Wait,
Oh
do they
yeah.
have like the other?
There it is.
Oh my god, that's
Oh my
ridiculous.
God.
So that,
That
dude,
is utterly ridiculous.
And they don't tell me they do this stuff. I'm just walking through a toy store. I'm like, oh my god, that's my
There
Kiora.
it
That's
is. There's a
crazy,
Funko
dude. That's
Kiora.
amazing. So
Pre-owned, $740 on eBay.
there you go.
And so let me bring back our lovely friend,
There's like
the
a handful.
Goblin Welder. So yeah, they let him back out to play. Anything interesting about that? Is that anyway 3D?
It is in no way 3D, though it was of that era. But I did love that painting, and I just love the idea of him destroying something to fix something, because that's sort of what I do all the time. Right? But I do really have a fondness for that. And we sold these things ages ago. We didn't care. We didn't track where they went.
Right.
And I sold it when it came out. And I do remember, like, maybe a Dragon Con 5 years ago, a guy comes up with the phone and goes, I got this. Boom. And it's that. And I'm like, whoa, you have the welder? That's awesome, dude.
That is really cool. When things come home to roost, you're like, oh, all right. And the person appreciates you, which is even better.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there are some people that they don't want anybody to know they have it. It's wrapped in paper. It's in a humidity-controlled place somewhere.
Oh,
and
yeah.
nobody's going to fucking see it for 20 years.
Exactly.
Until the value increases.
Exactly.
And that's really annoying.
I know,
As
I
both,
get it.
as someone who loves the game and collects it, and for an artist, that's kind of big. And nobody gets to see it except on the cards. Like,
Yeah.
nobody can actually see the real piece.
Right, but it really was the Wild West. We didn't track who was buying this stuff or where it was going. At least I didn't. Yeah, I guess you're right. We don't really either. I gotta say, but I didn't do as many of them. But back then, of course, it was like we didn't know. They just vanished, dude, into the ethers.
Jeff Menge's Urza's Chalice.
Yes.
A friend of mine at a random party about 2 months ago, she's like, I have this piece. I think it's a Magic card. I bought it for like $100. Is it worth anything? And I helped her sell it on MTG Art Market for like $5,000.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
And
Not a
it's
bad return, man.
Not a
Not
bad
return, dude. They made
So-
some good
Better than
investments
the
on that
stock
stuff.
market.
It was certainly.
But she had no idea what she had. She's like, I think it's a card in that Magic game.
Uh huh. Oh yeah. It's crazy,
We'll do
man.
it by the same measure. That obviously is art that gets lost. I mean, I think I told you today that I bought a painting of someone I collected, not Magic art, and I bought it off eBay because the guy thought it was a print. And it was sort of soul frame. And I was thinking, that's a bit odd. This guy Angus McBride did a lot of he did the Middle-earth
Yeah, sure.
IC covers. He did all the Osprey Games covers.
Yeah.
Like, I'd watch him on eBay.
Yeah.
And this came up and someone was selling it as a print. I was thinking, I've seen these prints because Osprey did do printed stuff.
Yep.
But this is not
Not
the
the
same.
print.
This is not
And
the
somebody
same
picked it up for like
size.
$100 or something.
It's too big.
Yeah.
And it was framed.
Yeah.
And he was selling it for like $30.
Yes.
So I thought, well, I'll put a bid on it.
Uh-huh.
And I got it for $30.
And you bought your own original back for $30?
I got it home, and it was one of the plates from one of the Osprey military books. I can't forget exactly which one it was. I was familiar with it, the book.
That's
and
crazy.
I got it to mine. I thought this is a really dirty glass and the frame. And I think, well, I look at it. The minute I started looking, the frame fell apart.
Yes.
Okay. That's an original painting.
Wow.
It's like 24 inches by 16-inch painting. Yeah,
Amazing.
And I got it for $30.
Amazing.
That's freaking awesome, man.
It happens.
Yeah. I did say, have you got any more?
Hey, right, exactly. Exactly.
I wanted to identify who was actually talking. There we go. There's a Ralph.
There's a human.
I'm putting him from the side again, but I really enjoy what you're saying. It's quite fascinating what you're talking about.
Well, you know, we all have our own little trails through it, right? Our own little journeys that happen, you know?
More than mine.
I don't know. I remember Kev Walker at some of the early...
to do Bourbon Fairies. If either of you would like some more, by all means.
I remember Kev Walker I adore Kev Walker's work, man. His stuff is amazing, and he did these tiny little paintings. And I remember he'd be selling them for nothing at like New York, you know, at the Armory in New York at those early conventions, and I was like,
it was Kev Walker that got me working.
Is that who got you in?
Yes, because I met Kev Walker because some of my very early illustration work was actually with Games Workshop.
Yes, of course. Sure.
And they had their games days, events, things like that.
Yes.
I got invited to.
Yeah.
And that was, for me, it was great because that was the first time I ever met another artist who was trying to do the same thing.
Right.
You know, we lived in isolation, it was pre-internet days.
Sure.
So I went to one of these games days, met Kev Walker. It turned out he lived down the road from me. He lives about 30 miles down the road from me.
Yep.
And he was saying, oh, you really want to get to this Magic Gathering? It's great. You could, they pay really well. They pay like, you know, the exchange rate time, you say,
yeah.
It was like 650 quid a card.
Yeah.
I could do it in half a day.
Yes.
I was like,
that's the other thing, he's fast.
You know, and he was like,
yeah.
The reason you should do it. And I was like, well, you know, it sounds quite good to me. He said, I'll recommend you. And he was actually Kev who recommended me.
That got you in?
That's how I got my first work on Magic.
Wow.
That's how it works, man. It's usually the back door that gets you in someplace, you know what I mean? Always. And that was my case with D. Alexander Gregory. He was already working for him. He was one of the last guys to get in on royalty, though. I don't know what that set was, but he was the last one. And I remember the first set I got in was like no royalties, and that was the end of the royalty thing. But
so we got a question for both of you, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there a particular card you'd like to redo now for any reason?
Probably most of them.
There's a lot, man. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of them I'd like to redo.
Anything stick out?
I mean, that's one thing I would say about that. I mean, I'm not knocking the fact. I mean, I really appreciate the fact I got work on Magic. But in some ways, I think I got work on Magic before. In some ways, I'm really good enough.
I agree. I agree. Me too.
You know, I got work on Magic before I got work on Dungeons and Dragons.
Sure.
Yeah, all right, but here's the point, right? You guys got work at about the same time everybody else who was doing things just like you got that same work. You know, so it wasn't that anybody was heading, okay, maybe Donato, but like there were some people that were just like, okay, right?
Right.
But you guys all were sort of on a par. It wasn't anybody was blowing anybody out of the water, really. I mean,
would we be considered, somebody told me, and I didn't realize this, that there's old school, right? You're going to Jeff Mingus, some of the early artists, that kind of stuff, and then I'm mid-school, as I understand it, right?
You guys are mid-school.
We're mid-school. Are you mid-school?
Kamigawa was my first set, so I guess that's what
Kamigawa, okay. So I came in a little bit before that, but,
like
you know.
2 years, 3 years?
Yeah. Also one of my favorite sets, though. Kamigawa, man. Oh, my God. That was amazing.
The reason it was the biggest commercial success, and I've had this discussion with a lot of players, was
Kamigawa wasn't it?
It was not.
Was not, no.
And the reason was they made it really, it was traditionally true to, you know, Asian myths. And what the players wanted was something that was American Asian myths.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So when they started actually using words like kitsune and
yes.
You know, I know, but
right.
But it was a bunch of, you know,
obviously.
Yeah.
It was another barrier for people to get through.
Yeah.
Before they could get access.
So we're doing a documentary on Magic the Gathering, so the next one, and I want to have this discussion with Peter Atkinson about it, saying, you know, you wanted it, and we've had a brief discussion. He wanted it to be very true to you know, Asian myths.
Yes.
And you know, the American audience wanted it to be American Asian myths.
Sure. Yeah, no, I get it. But man, that was so great to work on.
And I agree, Dragon Gem, by the way. Yes, I would like to see more traditional stuff. I want to see some crazy ass Indian myths. Like, I want to see some like Shiva and Vishnu.
It'd be amazing.
Well, I think they kind of went there with cons, but not as far as they could have gone.
But at the same token, what I quite like about the fantasy sort of genre is that you take real world influences and then you exaggerate them and amplify them. And
sure.
Maybe that's,
I mean, I really dug on Amonkhet.
I think it's also reach the background that come from that sort of Asian culture. Yeah. But the things you maybe take it and then twist it and amplify
and try not to be, you know, we're not appropriating it. We're paying homage to it.
Yes.
Right.
Sure.
I mean, Amonkhet was great. I don't know. Did you guys do any cards in Amonkhet? It's the Egyptian set.
Right.
You know.
Right. No.
And we're going back to Theros, so I don't know if you guys are under NDA or anything. Any new Theros block cards?
Oh, I wish we could give you the dirt. I mean, I don't do a lot, but I'll just say I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just not gonna say anything.
Enough said.
Yes. I'm just excited. That's all I'm gonna say is I'm excited. It's good.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see the art proofs.
I'm excited.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Go enjoy the thing. We've
Okay, man.
For long. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
I really appreciate it.
Of course.
I really enjoyed this way. I had to say, so I hung around. It was great.
Oh yeah, man.
So
I want to hear your story
last
too.
Year,
Yeah.
I had Donato and Larry Elmore sitting next to each other, fanboying over each other
Oh,
for half an hour. It was just crazy. People are saying thanks, so.
Oh, you're welcome, guys. Right on.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
You got it, guys.
Woo-hoo. Enjoy yourselves.
Yep.
No worries. I think we're going to play a game of Magic while we wait for more artists to come by. So let's do that. Dragon Gem, we're going to do our best to have as many artists as we can come by tonight. So yeah. What shall we play? Oh wait, I got to put my Goblin Welder back in Saheeli. I love seeing where people color in the art now, particularly, hey look, Saheeli's 8, Saheeli is pretty much Indian. Right? It's a wonderful thing.
Right, yeah. It's like the whatever. No,
Man, I am adding that stack to all of my signed cards, so I'm very excited. Let's play a Commander game. Grab a deck and off we go. Is there anything you guys want to see?
Like they're like not.
What's that? Yeah, just take one. Oh, for me, for legally things? Yeah, I'll give you one. For legally things? I know. Let me put this in here, and that way I won't lose it.
Yeah, I mean, like what? No, seriously.
All right.
Yeah, the Chrome thing is a big deal.
I'm going to play Saheeli since it's out. So thank you all for joining us. It's been really cool. We just had Ralph Horsley and Scott Fisher talk about some crazy Magic cards. Dave Palumbo was here earlier talking with us about some of his experiences doing Magic cards. And hopefully Donato Giancola will be stopping by soon so we can have him talk about his Magic cards.
The issue is, if I play Pip-Rock, like,
Don't play Pip-Rock. Play something fun and silly. That's a little too hardcore for this.
I've got Taser.
Yeah, that's fun and silly.
I've got 5-color dragon.
Play 5-color dragons. That's always fun. Oh. All right, folks. So I'm going to play Saheeli. Let's bring up the commanders, shall we? Alrighty. No, the Goblin Welder is not my commander. I will be playing Saheeli. Which Saheeli? The Gifted. Of course, the Dragon. Or Scion? Alright, there you go. You want to sit for a minute?
What?
You want to sit for a minute?
And do what?
Tell us who you are.
Why?
I don't know, because it's live and people are interested, and you are awesome, and your hair looks gorgeous on camera.
Can I leave Nan's hat on?
If you'd like.
Well, what do you want me to say?
What do I want you to say? Say who you are and what you do.
Who is on the thing?
Here, I'll show you. Sit down for a second. We've only got like 7 or 8, but the point is so I can edit this later and you can have some fun video of yourself talking about what you do.
Am I centered?
This is your camera, and this is what's going on stream, but you are not Scott Fisher.
I'm not Scott Fisher. I'm decidedly not Scott Fisher.
No, you're much more attractive than Scott Fisher. You have much less hair on your face. All right.
Nice.
Tell me if I'm spelling your last name correctly. Give me the rest. Cool.
Yeah.
So who are you, my dear, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Lauren Penapinto. I am the creative director of Orbit Books, which is a sci-fi fantasy division of Machette Books. So I hire artists to make book covers.
Which is awesome. And how many folks walking around this convention have you hired to do book covers?
Oh wow, this convention? By now? 11 years at Orbit Books, probably like 30 or 40 at least.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you know, grooming some more, not in the creepy way. No.
Well, maybe in a creepy way, but you know, it's Maleficent hair. So.
They do.
So have you seen anything in this show so far that's just knocked your socks off?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Lots of stuff.
Dragon Gem says she follows you on Twitter. So that's the stream chat.
Thank you. It's at Planet Pinto for anyone who isn't.
Was it just now?
Dan's coming to retrieve his hat.
Oh, gotcha. But so, have you seen anything completely knock your socks off that you're just like, holy shit?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know all the artists that are in the main show, and it's always nice to see what they're up to and what they're doing. But you know, so there's always some artists in the showcase that I didn't know or I haven't seen before that are just like completely like blown me away.
Gotcha. You're not going to call anybody out, are you?
Yeah, I can. I mean, it's not completely unknown, but I like Nick Helias's new stuff.
Okay.
Like a lot of mythology, Greek mythology, which is a nice soft spot for me. I expect he'll be on the cover not too long.
They want to know if you play Magic.
I do. Oh, honey, I was a comic book store girl in the 90s. I played so much Magic that boys used to come to the store just to play me. And that was when Ante was still a thing, and I would take all their best cards. And they would
You are my hero. You are absolutely all of our hero now.
Hey, Billy, what's up?
It's just.
Oh my God, the dirt lip is amazing.
If you come out to the Creative Suites out on 95, I'll be a private swim.
Woo!
Oh my God.
I need some help with my stroke.
Brought to the swimsuit.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
That's too good.
Wait, we got a question.
There was
Okay, questions.
What's your favorite Planeswalker? Did you stop playing before that happened?
I didn't play for a really long time, but I always bought cards because it's almost like a yearbook. It's like I use so many artists that that do Magic cards. So I was always like buying boxes or trading cards and like collecting them. But when Amonkhet started up, I had to start playing.
You got back into the Egyptian set?
I love ancient Egypt.
I have a cat deck pretty much based on all those cats.
Oh no, I have a zombie cat deck. Everybody hates it. This is why
those little white zombie cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And people hate me for it. And I don't play competitive or anything. I just play with my friends.
No, and this is why we play to like basically drink bourbon and hang out with our friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, and like, so by the way, the title of our stream is Coven MTG. It's me and 3 women, and the point of it is to get more women playing Magic.
Yeah. Oh my God, there are tons of women playing Magic.
That's sort of why we do it.
Yeah. So my favorite Planeswalker, I think Liliana, but
I do her.
You always say that.
I know. I say I do Shouldred, so hey.
So many times.
I don't know the new ones that are in.
Shouldred's not a Planeswalker.
Yeah,
She
I don't
should
know the
be.
new ones. What's his name? The Gambit one.
Oh, Ralph?
No.
Ralph Zarek? No.
No, the one that looks like Gambit. The blue one.
Ralph Zarek or Jace?
Jace.
Really?
It's kind of cute. I do
Which
him.
one? Which Jace? Which is the cute Jace that you like?
Scroll down. The one when he's in the hallway, that one.
Which one? This one?
No, this one.
Oh, that one?
That one.
All right, there.
Tyler's Jace. I think Tyler's Jace is hot.
Okay.
I think I've told Tyler that.
Did you see that already? Noah Bradley is giving away reference photos. Have some Noah Bradley beefcake.
No.
Noah Bradley beefcake?
Yes. So said it's Noah Bradley, and I'm like, wow.
Noah Bradley beefcake.
Let me see that. I need to see closer.
Is he gonna make playmats of those like he made of the old ones?
Oh my God, did he?
You never saw the Noah Bradley
Oh no, you're not getting away from me.
Get over here.
Arya, can we borrow you for 5? Can I kick you out and borrow Mark for 5 minutes?
Before I get in trouble.
Oh, no, she was barfing over.
I can sit here with everyone present.
Awesome.
Am I off the hook now? Okay.
So
I think I answered all the questions, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna flip over. Ladies and gentlemen, on the other camera here, we've got Mr. Mark Zug. Say hello. So this is what's going out on the screen, and that's your camera. It's the little blue dot. Yeah, there you go. So So there are some things we should talk about.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here we go.
I'm so sorry, friend.
No, I'm not gonna make up sign them all. Where are we? We can start. Let's start with the old stuff.
The old stuff. Well, which old stuff? What shall I say?
I don't know. Let me pull it up. What's that first one? What is it? The
Minotaur Illusionist? Yeah, that's not too bad.
Well,
let me talk about the...
Sure. You tell me what you want to talk about.
Talk about the Elvish Caravan.
Okay. I don't know if I have it in there.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Well, I'll pull it up while you pull it. While you.
Wow. This piece is wonderful.
Cultivator's Caravan. Yeah, it was basically they wanted some sort of gypsy caravan-looking wagon.
Okay.
But
I will change that.
Made by elves.
Okay.
So it had all the forest filigree and the Art Nouveau that elves like, because elves like Art Nouveau.
Clearly.
And plus it was part of the Kaladesh universe, so it had to have a bit of that, South Asian onion dome stuff happening on the caravan.
All right.
And the horse, part of it had to be made of metal rings.
Oh, I love that.
So that was the actual art direction?
So if you look at that really closely, it's
I
made of metal ribbons.
Oh, I see. You're the one who's been doing.
So it looks like basically some sort of modern dance production thing.
I got to switch the microphone so they pick you up properly.
Yes, well, you may be sorry. So anyway, I just did a whole bunch of drawings to pull all these things together, and then I put a little elf in the center of contrast. And I don't know why I wanted to talk about this, because I guess the reason is that it's one of my personal favorites to have done. Okay. Because of the Art Nouveau elements. Guy's Cradle had Art Nouveau elements, and put that into this. It just went off without a hitch. The only thing that I got art directed on was they wanted. I had an inverted crescent moon design on the onion dome, and they told me that that's actual, an actual religious icon. No, it's the Islamic moon, right?
Oh,
maybe you want to take that.
Same as if I had inadvertently done a cross or a pentagram. That's too explicit. It shouldn't refer to anything in the real world.
Okay, that makes sense.
So yeah, they made me close it into an ellipse, which is fine. The actual painting's pretty small. It's only this big.
wow.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
and it looks. It looks really.
It looks like it would be bigger.
Yeah,
because it's a carriage.
It reads bigger. It also reads more detailed. The real painting doesn't look as finished as it looks on the card. Strangely enough, yeah.
Because it's smaller on the card.
Because it's small, it's a small painting, and it's done on Arches oil paper, which is a very absorbent paper. So it's kind of a grainy-looking painting.
So we're going to talk about that one next.
Oh yeah, the sun cleanser. Yeah. This was from Ixalan, and
I love Ixalan.
Yeah. Don Murren art directed me on that one, and it has such great armor headdresses and metal stuff, and it's got the amber jewels where her power comes from, because she's in white power, which means she draws from the sun, all that stuff. But that got sent back to me maybe 3 times for extra revisions, because it's Don Murray, and she's an exacting art director. So she's like, first of all, okay, the headdress isn't complicated enough. We need more intricacy. So, okay, more intricacy. Then they comes back. Well, actually, we wanted more color on the armor, like blue, bright blues, feathers and stuff. Really? So I gave them bright blue feathers, and then, wait a minute. She looks a little too European. This is pre-Columbian racial
so it didn't actually make it into Ixalan.
Exactly.
So this actually got pushed off.
It did. It might have been because of all the art direction.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Interesting. So anyway, at the end of it, she art directed me into a much better piece than I would have turned into. So Dawn Murray, she rocks. She's a great art director. And as a result, the piece is pretty good. Unfortunately, nobody likes the way the card plays, so it's not a very popular card.
Dragon Jim wants to know,
I'll go
does
back
the
to the,
horse have a name?
I'll go back to
Did
the-
you name
yeah.
the horse?
It's a horse with no name.
It's a horse
Oh
with no
my
name.
God! Really? That's your. I'm gonna go back to the picture, and here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the horse with no name. What else? Oh, this is one of my personal favorites.
Oh, yeah, the Godhead of all.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
So good.
Yeah. Let me see. What can I say about that? It's. Yeah.
I'm gonna hand you that for the foil one. If you would.
What, you want me to sign? Sure. Okay.
So tell me anything interesting in the art direction about that?
I guess, yeah. It was supposed to be. It was supposed to be an unsettling figure looming off in the distance of extreme size and extremely intimidating. The wings that are almost clouds. The wings
kind
that
of do the plants, you know, are they her wings? Are they the clouds that are mystically forming her wings?
They are both. And there's a line in a song, and I think it might be a Leonard Cohen song or somebody else.
If you tell me that card is designed after a Leonard Cohen song, I'm going to be very happy with it.
There's a line that says, there's something about the sunset is an angel holding out a bloody sword, and I thought, yeah, I thought, oh, that's awesome. That's actually really kind of sort of like what they told me to do, something very intimidating, like something of the scale of a sunset, but maybe it's actually holding a sword. So, and this is a weird set anyway, so they had weird stuff in the style guides with weird extended.
Was Steve Prescott was one of your managing directors for one of the kind of designs?
Not this one. I don't think Steve Prescott was.
I know he was in the Warman block, and he was kind of sort of guiding.
Maybe.
Prototype. What's the word? Not prototyping.
The style guide.
Yeah,
maybe. But what I remember was there was a lot of elongated tendril-like growths coming off of people, and I, of course, just extended her cheekbones in the same way. And that eye, yes, the eye.
So it's an interesting watch. Here are all the godheads. Now wait. So there's the blue godhead.
Godhead of all.
Right? What's the other? I thought they were all godheads.
No, because
maybe not. Oh, there it is. So there's the. I guess they're not all called godheads. All of them had two colors. There were two 5 casting cost, 2-color combos. I forget the rest of them were called.
Yeah, this is white and blue.
Yep. And I thought they were all godheads. Anyway, what else we got? What else? Anything in there like sort of pique your interest?
Just jump out at me. Batter.
Give me the batter skull. That's a crowd favorite.
Yeah. Well, the batter skull, you really have to blow it up to appreciate it. And I'm really sorry I didn't bring a print to BulletsCon because I was really kind of proud of the anatomical nature, the anatomy of that weird creature. Basically, it's a centipede that has a huge skull attached to it that's being controlled by a worm-like tumor growth on its back, which is its brain.
So speaking of worm-like tumor, whatever, somebody's asking, do you still do smelting in metal foundry work?
Oh, I never did that. I was a machinist.
Oh, you're a machinist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to watch machining videos on YouTube, but no, I don't have a. Oh, you did. What is it? What is it? Pace indicator.
That's awesome. That's really cool. Can you do me a favor and sign the batter skull?
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and another question is, how has Magic art direction changed over the years? Because you've been doing cards for a long time. I know it's more structured now. There's more rigid requirements.
There are more rigid requirements because the worlds have gotten more specific, because the worlds have multiplied.
Yeah.
Back when I started,
Just Dominaria.
yeah, it was Dominaria. You had the Mog Warrens underneath. You had Phyrexia, which is the black world, and then you had these different worlds. But then it was just like, please, artists, go crazy and populate this world for us. So that was the attitude. And now that we've had that 10,000 times over, the world is populated. And now we need to make sure things are consistent with other things.
And there's also a lot of marketing direction that happens.
Yeah, but I don't find that obtrusive. I mean, I've worked for other companies, and as companies go, they're pretty liberal in terms of the art direction, respecting the vision of the artist. If the artist has a vision.
Do you want some bourbon, by the way? We got bourbon. People would like to.
A little, very small amount of bourbon, please, because I'm driving.
We also have candy.
And you can pour as much as you like.
Oh, okay, great.
Oh, not that one.
Here, I got it.
But let's see what else we got.
The Silent Arbiter.
Yeah, we should talk about that. That's a staple in Commander games.
Wow. Yeah, that was a really, I mean, that was one that I always thought that I kind of gave short shrift to because I didn't spend much time painting it. It was, yeah, you agree, you know. I thought that's what you were saying. Thank you. Because it was a really good drawing. And then I realized I don't know what color to make anything because
it's a robot. Like
because it's all metal. I need color, so I gave him some blue. I gave him some magenta and called it done. And I figured the sky can be some ochre, silver grass, and then that's kind of unsatisfying. But I do really like the form. You know, I like the shape and the design, and probably my favorite part of it is the balance that he's holding, one cone up, one cone down.
There's something very interesting about it, the fact that it hints Kamigawa that's going to come next. There's something Asian inspired about it. It sort of hints at the set that's going to come next.
Even though this is conspiracy, right?
Well, it's a conspiracy version, but that was originally printed in the original period. So it kind of hints at the Kamigawa that was to come next. It's in a weird way. I don't know if that...
No, I think you're onto something.
You know? What else we got in the stack?
What else we got?
Well, all right. So 2 years ago when I met you upstairs, I asked you to sign this one. This is my favorite commander of all time, and there you are, sir.
Oh yeah, the Chainer. I talked to you about that last year.
Yeah. So it's my favorite commander.
Oh, cool.
You know, I had you sign my foil. I was very excited.
Yeah, I got to do another Chainer's Edict.
Yep.
And Steve, I think it's Steve Prescott
just new Black Red.
Just did a Chainer, which is very good.
Which is not as good as art. I'm not talking about art. I'm talking mechanics. I'm talking mechanics.
Oh, let me talk about Maryland.
Yeah,
that's one of my favorites.
Oh wow!
Which one?
Oh, Maryland of the One.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's probably one of the perfectest figures I feel I've done. Just not because you see a lot of it, but because I think that Maralen.
Got it.
Just because I think the form, I succeeded what I wanted to do. I wanted to make her look like she was wrapped in some sort of purple romaine lettuce.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. You look at it, it actually does look like that's crazy.
Yeah, and I like the way the horns integrate with the head and the way they feel natural.
If I asked very nicely, would you sign that one too?
What's that?
If I asked very nicely, would you sign that one too?
Yeah.
And this motherfucker sees a lot of play. And
who does it?
You! You don't even remember you did it, do you?
Well, no, I know I did it. I just didn't know that it was a good card.
Well, it's a good card for people like me who play black-white control. And it's, hey, I get to draw an extra card at the end of all my turns.
Yeah.
Oh, I should bring that up. Sorry, I did Black Rose, right?
Yeah.
So I played in a lot of black-white control decks because, hey, don't hit me. I'm a monarch. I get an extra card every turn, and if you hit me, you take 2 life. And by the way, I'll just hit you back.
Doesn't this guy seem kind of fat to be a vampire?
Well, ask him about that. Ask him about his chubby vampire.
Oh, Oh, you mean Ascendant Heaven card? Well, at the time I was looking at a lot of the work of Simon Bisley, and do you know who he is?
No, tell me.
He's kind of a guy of the same generation as Carl Critchlow.
Okay.
And he did a lot of Judge Dredd, he did Slain, he did Nobo.
So you were looking at that kind of chunky...
absolutely over the top, muscles, like veins, the veins have veins. And I just thought it would have been really fun to make this guy into something like that, because in the narrative, he takes this black mana, which makes him get all pumped up, and I thought maybe like a steroid kind of thing.
So you basically made a vampire on steroids.
Exactly, yeah.
That is one of the funniest phrases I've heard. Hey, my art direction was make a vampire on steroids.
Hey, I love the goat with
Zedru? Yeah, talk about Zedru. Is anything interesting about Zedru?
It was an ibex, based on an ibex.
Did you at least have fun doing it?
Oh, I had
fun.
tremendous fun. Yeah, I love animated antelopes and goats and horses. And, anytime you want to anthropomorphize a creature, I'm in favor.
That's awesome. Anything? I play this one all the time too. So Treasury Thrall.
Yeah. Oh, that's just your basic beast of burden. Here's a Serene Master. Pull up that.
Anti Horse Serene?
Yeah. I really enjoyed that one. That was. I guess it was the Japanese themed one.
Well, this one was actually only released in Commander set.
Oh, okay.
Right, and it was designed to make the table do things not to you.
Right. So my idea was the art direction was some sort of. A martial arts master has just subdued a giant ogre many times his size. So in order to do that, I had to make him totally the underdog. So the ogre has his sword right under him. So the ogre was armed to begin with. And now the man has just kind of finished his kata on his one leg, just like he planned. And he did some sort of power hit that has the guy doubled up. And when I originally spitting on it, when I originally submitted the sketch, it was basically this, but the ogre was sort of more misshapen in the face, and they said, "I'm sorry, this is really cool, but I kind of feel bad for the ogre, so you got to make the ogre look more evil." So I changed his face to some really delicious looking thing.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the master, I used endless photos of Bruce Lee to get his body.
Really? So that's the body's based on Bruce Lee?
Absolutely.
Do they provide you with the cards?
That comes later.
They didn't tell you in any way.
They don't even tell you the real name of the card.
All right. We got to have you talk about these and sign these. Because these are some of my favorites too. Yeah. So if you're playing Control, I have no idea what's going on. So tell me about, that's not your version. Tell us about any interesting art direction for that.
About the Dalton Chaco? Absolutely none.
Really?
There was almost nothing.
Oh, no.
I was told to make a big guy with energy shackles. They accepted the first sketch I sent them, and I painted it. And that was it.
How about the sword? Is that what's Light and Shadow?
Yeah, sort of Light and Shadow. That was pretty good.
Was that your version?
That's Chris.
No, that's not his version.
Light and Shadow.
I need to
There's the Dark Steel version.
Yeah, the only thing about that one is that, they liked it and accepted my design. The only thing was, after I did it and was making the circuit of Magic events, I got fans asking me if it was a headless creature, if it was a headless swordsman, because I had done this forced perspective where you're looking up at him, and all you see is the goggles that are on his head. But now I realize there's no architecture to cue you that that's what you're doing. And so I realize that that's a major failure here on my part.
That's funny as hell. So just so you know, right? Just so you're aware, that card is now selling for somewhere between $50 and $60.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So okay, I shouldn't be surprised. That happens. This is a crazy world here. Let's see. was always surprised that the Triska Lavis wasn't licensed into a toy because it comes apart.
Oh, all right. I gotta get you to look at the money cards.
Oh, those, the Guy's Cradle and the.
Yeah, tell anything about Guy's Cradle. I mean, come on, it's Guy's Cradle.
Yeah, Guy's Cradle, very interesting because if you buy a playmat of Guy's Cradle, where the Guy's Cradle is
spell it for me, G-A-I.
G-A-E. Apostrophe S. Yeah.
Nope, that's not it. G-A-E.
A.
Apostrophe S.
A apostrophe S.
G-A. G.
Oh
my
yes.
God. Oh my God! Stop yelling at me.
I actually told him wrong.
There we go. All right. Guy's Cradle. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, well, I did it pretty much as you see it. In fact, exactly as you see it. The thing is, after I got it back, I decided it wasn't quite detailed or lovely enough. So I did more work on the fairy's figure. I gave her actually nice skin, a visible buttocks, and the whole thing.
Visible buttocks. That probably stopped.
And I adjusted various other things. So the print, if you buy a print from me, that's the version you'll get. Now, magnify this as you will never get the print version. Also, if you buy the playmat version, you'll get this version and not the version that I painted later because they don't
want fairy buttocks.
Yeah, because they do not want fairy buttocks in the world of Wizards of the Coast.
What happened to your horns?
They fell off, and also they hurt.
I'm doing good. I could not help but come over and tell the world that this guy is amazing.
We agree.
It's unbelievable.
A little bit. So we gotta get Scott talking and gushing over Mark.
No, it's true. This guy, man, when he came on the scene, it was like, oh, we gotta up our game, dude. We gotta up it, man.
Do me a favor, sign the Guy's Cradle on camera.
What'd you say?
Sign the Guy's Cradle on camera.
Yeah, all right.
There you go.
Am I on camera?
You're on camera.
You're on.
You are my freaking hero.
Is there music playing? There we go. Okay, never
Everywhere
mind.
you go.
Although someone's
Exactly.
asking about Consecrated Sphinx.
Well, all right. So somebody wants to hear about Consecrated.
That guy, Scott Fisher, one of the greatest
Scott was here
guys
for half
we
our
have.
time.
So I just
agree.
wanted everybody to know they're a great man.
Aw.
Truly.
Oh yeah, people want to talk about this card.
Yeah, they want to talk about this card because they are baffled by the anatomy, as am I. That was one of those, art direction.
I had some bourbon.
The style guide has an influence on us, and one of the things in that style guide was this lower world where this creature lives. You have machine parts interacting with organic parts. You have asymmetry. You have one thing that doesn't look like it belongs on another thing. So I figured, okay, that's what this is going to be. It's going to be a weird conglomeration of anatomical parts, creature bits, a demon head, a ram's horn cowl,
And it's just all
energy glowing quartz. It's really just kind of a ridiculous creature. I don't know what possessed me to do that particular thing, but I have to say it's kind of in keeping with what they wanted in the set. I read Larry Niven's Mode in God's Eye when I was a teenager, and I was fascinated by the Modis. They had two slender arms that did all the fine stuff, and they had one big lifting arm for the heavy lifting stuff. So it was an asymmetrical alien. So I guess I was harkening back a little bit to that when I did this.
I don't know that they'd ever let you actually get away with like a really truly asymmetrical.
It doesn't happen.
Well, that is asymmetrical. He's got the one big arm and the one skinny arm.
Yeah, all right, I'll play that.
I don't know.
And also my fleshbag Marauder asymmetrical.
I didn't bring one because they're all indexed and I didn't index it for it. But let's bring it up.
Fleshbag.
I really love that card. And it's a great card to keep recurring over and over. Your opponents keep hating it because every time it comes into play from the graveyard, they sack it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
No, I quit that.
beats people up.
That's Spencer's version. Your version is from
10 years.
Which one? Which version?
I'm not sure what.
Is it newer?
It came out later.
There it is.
Yeah. See
yeah, it's asymmetrical as well.
Yeah, it was basically there was it was supposed to be sewn together from like monster parts, zombie parts, giant parts, other parts, creature parts from whatever was laying around. And part of the thing was this underworld was nothing but like body parts, bones and body parts drifted up to the horizon. I thought, this is just fascinatingly gross. I have to do this like this. He's wading through this nameless ichor towards you, and yeah, I would not want to be there.
All right, one more, and then we'll let you get back to actually doing what you're doing.
Which was going home.
Yeah.
When I moved from
Oh yeah, Doran, Siege Tower.
I'm gonna make this my last one because this is one of my favorite commanders.
Yeah, I love doing this one. He was supposed to be charging towards the viewer, and I was just trying to think of what it would mean to have something as large as a tree with like branches charging, and it would be like a mess. There would be like there'd be like waving branches and wind rustling and
It feels like it's
would be like to be attacked by ants.
yeah. So something many tons and so I just pulled the whole 1 point perspective with blurred motion background and
it's really cool. I love that color.
yeah, it was very enjoyable to paint because I got to blur my edges and do lots of blendy stuff, violent brush strokes. Yeah.
I finish a round, I see stress outside, and then I go back in.
A tree running towards you, just what it says on the tin.
Anything special about Karn?
That's why it's
dear to my heart.
Yeah, Karn. I guess it was just me drawing a comic book character. It's sort of like a Marvel cover or like an Image comic cover with the creature like steadying its arm hand towards you.
It's got that very sort of Hulk feel.
Yeah, exactly. So.
And again, Ames.
As the years go on.
You guys have got like a
thing for that, don't you?
Well, it's because of the perspective, but point taken. Yeah, you're right. Well, I love asymmetrical compositions, so I can see that. The thing is, I got to do silver to manipulate the paint to create these reflections. It's just a fun character, and people love Karn for whatever reason.
Everybody likes Karn.
Yeah, he's legendary. I also did a Duelist magazine cover featuring Karn, which I called Karn's Rescue, which is basically Karn with a student in his arms rescuing him from a building that's been reduced to rubble.
Let's see.
That's all. I clean the house.
I don't think I can find it.
That's about all I keep.
Yeah, you probably have to actually
enter your name and Duelist.
You probably have to enter Karn's Rescue, and it probably will come up either on my website or somewhere else. I may not have. Oh, there it is. Yep. Yeah, it's an article. There it is.
So there's a piece of it on the screen. I wish I get more of it.
Go to sleep, let the dog out.
But
and when we went over to
there's about as much as I'm going to be able to get on the screen.
Okay. So yeah, I got to do Karn twice. Both times very enjoyable.
I like that one better.
Well, I did it after the original one.
Of course. Very cool, man.
Yeah.
Came back and she had taken my left shoe
with the metal,
and put it on the couch. And she had taken her brush and put it on the couch.
The metal marker? Okay.
Yeah, seriously, thank you very much for sitting and talking to us.
Oh, my pleasure. This was great. I listen to podcasts all the time, or whatever this is.
Take one of the cards. This will be...
Well, not outside.
This entire discussion has been a recording for posterity on YouTube. Okay. So if you search us on YouTube, you can find it. But I'm actually going to download it and I'll edit it for audio to get a lot of background noise to it. So
that's right.
That's my card. Take the cover card.
You're the podcasting lawyer.
Podcasting lawyer. Wow, that's funny. But yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, well, it's been a pleasure. See you all. Have a good time at the convention.
Thanks again, man.
Oh. I left things
slowed down.
Don't leave your bourbon.
Starting to find a spot outside.
Are these? I drank it.
These cards. The issue is our fucking neighbors walk their gigantic.
All right, so I think we're actually going to try to play a game.
And my dog's
Let's see if it
already
happens.
a dog when he was in Kansas, so I can't just like lop the
Alright.
get on, take it out
The
whenever.
line is
I have to
over there
like
somewhere. Val, do you
go
want to play?
outside first, make sure the neighbors aren't being dumb, and then take the dog. So it's
You want to get in the hot seat for 30 seconds?
No, because it
Alright,
turns
it's all
out
good,
there's
man.
leash laws for a reason. And
I'm sorry.
Also can't just walk through my backyard.
All right.
It's horrendously confusing for this poor animal that has never felt like she.
You're welcome to hang out with us. We're going to finally play a game.
Other dogs
Or have some liver.
Yes.
By all means.
So
Is this yours?
it's
Yes.
starting to get better.
Oh, well, that's
It's going to be a long process,
but it is my cup.
Clarification is not on the
I
card.
didn't add play. I just said
They found her. I got her as a rescue.
Are you guys still going?
They just found her.
Oh, we're going to be going until like 2 in the morning tonight.
So there's no like backstory.
It's a mystery.
She didn't have
As long as we have magic artists
But,
to talk to and people to play magic with, we'll just keep going.
Or
which
Jay.
makes sense. There's a bunch of white spots.
I will observe.
Yeah, hang out and make fun of our gameplay. And I will. No, it's fine. Sit, play with us.
Huh? Magic?
Let's do it 3-person. It'll go quicker.
Okay.
Sit, relax. So
Or do
sit.
you really want to play? I can sit out.
If you want to play,
I
whatever.
mean, I can play Magic. I will probably not play my deck. I have blue-red take forever deck.
Alright. I'll play.
Just to be clear, I'm not playing. I'm just
No,
watching.
You're just gonna watch and hang
You
out.
can relax.
Sit. I think there's a card. There might be a card in this deck buying.
We have a seat
We'll see if
here.
it comes up.
Are you
I'm
doing
trying to see
Commander
if
or what are you playing?
yeah, we're playing Commander. So and we're playing Commander. I'll put your name on the little thingy just so people know who's hanging out with us.
It's like,
That's fine. And the lovely cave girl in the hot seat.
Your brother said he was in a
I had horns on, but now they're gone.
But now
I
they're
haven't
gone.
seen him either.
Because they hurt my
kind of
head.
like,
Sorry.
Last
does
night,
not actually exist.
I know you look
last
really
night
hot.
we went to go take a nap at like 11 o'clock.
Yes, I agree.
Did you see my
Again, I'm terrible.
Oh,
with that.
no, I did not see your skirt. That is a
yeah.
lovely skirt.
It is very nice.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
I like you.
Oddly, you're right.
It's Wife Crush Saturday.
Yet again.
That's a thing. It is.
Dice.
Apparently, I heard that. I saw that online the other day. It's Wife Crush Wednesday. I'm like, oh, I'll start posting pictures of my wife on Wednesday. I like you.
That's
All right.
a good thing.
So I should get some life dice.
Jay Berry's grabbing some.
All right, I got a couple of good.
So our friend Valerie has this thing where she has artists sign a clear box. Do you mind signing a clear box? We have
Sure.
Is it?
I have a 1. I am not going first.
I have 4.
Did you see anything else you liked in there, by the way?
Besides the deck.
I don't want to.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
So you bought like 3 cat names.
That's enough.
Jay Berry goes first.
Jay Berry's first. There's a bunch of fucking dice.
There's also a woman who's going to make me a little ceramic cat.
Did you commission a ceramic cat?
A little tiny.
Really? Dragon Gem wants to know if Dave will answer more questions while he's sitting here.
Sure.
There you go, Dragon Gem. I'm going to discard 1 card for a land. Whatever land comes up, I will take. An island. There we go.
I am not going first. It's Jay Berry.
Alright, now I'm trying.
Did you change what they was saying?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I went and changed.
Is that a sandworm? I don't
Sorry,
know.
here's your question, Mr. Palumbo. Is there a card you would like to do? Is there a reason for why you would like to
Redo.
Redo?
redo?
Yes.
That's a completely different question from what you're.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
of course, Horsley's answer was, well, all of them. I'm better now.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm just thinking, like, what are the? I would always redo Totally Lost.
I bought my
Black
husband a
Cat.
painting of Mike the Paladin.
Just
from,
because it'd be fun.
Okay.
And Black Cat, that was one that
I love
Black
It's
Protector
so
Cat,
comfortable. It's like the most comfortable costume I've ever worn. It's great.
It's the best costume.
Like I'm wearing a tank top. Where'd you get it?
We're sit for a while. Sit over here. We'll get you on the next one.
Amazon.
Oh, do you?
Like, it was all just
No,
Amazon.
sit there. We have people asking you
Glasses
questions.
were part of my.
Okay, so there it is. Black Cat. There it is.
Perfect.
Cave
And
Girl.
he's wearing the same kind
Not
of
because there's anything
The
wrong
answer to
with
the
it,
question
just
was
because I want to paint more cats.
he will paint anything that has a cat in it.
Yeah.
So you should get him to commission him to do a cat.
Yeah.
Like,
Does somebody need
you
painting
should.
some cats?
Yes, she needs. Like, I found the connection.
Need is the operative word.
Stop giving my wife ideas.
No. Give your wife cats.
We'll talk. We'll talk.
Steam Vents comes in tapped. Go.
No, that is like something.
I'm a terrible person.
Dragon Gem, does that answer your fucking question?
Oh, don't be bitter.
It's not. I'm just not bitter. I just thought it was hilarious.
Okay.
Draw more cats.
I'm playing the Haven of Spirit Dragon. I'm tapping it because, oh look, Slumbering Dragon.
There you go. You have a slumbering dragon.
And I'm done.
Sir, it's sleeping.
Oh my god, really?
Yes, really.
What?
I played a Sylvan Library the other night, and every time it was my turn doing my Sylvan Library, it's like, shh, it's a library. Really?
So you're doing like a dragon.
Yeah.
Her entire deck is dragons.
Okay.
Is there a planeswalker you want to do art for?
I'm sorry?
Is there a planeswalker you want to do art for that you haven't gotten to?
I haven't gotten to do any
You
of
haven't
them.
done
Yeah, I was
so
about to
any
say.
of them.
So
You
anyone
were
in
like,
particular?
Any
I'll
of them.
pick any.
Yes.
So
Yes, it's a 5-color dragon deck, so.
amusingly,
But see, nobody would
I
ever
would
gives you a dragon the game.
Skull Clamp, past turn.
Untap, upkeep, draw.
They kept me out of this game. I'm going to punish them with terrible, terrible dad jokes.
Yes.
For the duration.
Yes, he is. So have you seen anything that like blew your socks off? Like something that you hadn't seen before, or anybody that's just like, holy shit, you gotta see this?
Show?
Yeah.
I always enjoy seeing what Rob Ray's been doing.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if there was like any
Command tower,
specific.
pass turn.
You know, the sad thing is I've barely gotten to see the show.
Because you've been stuck with us?
I've gotten to see this show. Oh, so
Oh,
yeah,
because you're
there's
on
a
the
lot
main
of
floor.
there's a lot of show. So during the show at the Goggle Works, I'm like at my table.
You get to see it,
and I can't really go walk around. I get to.
You should have like sucked one of us into it because
Yeah, they'll
we
sit
totally
and
would
watch
have
the
like
games
sat.
You know, no, honestly, like the past couple of years, I've had to be like, I was here, but then I had to leave for a whole day to go to a wedding, and that happened like a couple years in a row. So now it's just like I don't even want somebody to watch my table. I just want to be here for the thing, you know. But
I don't know. Here, Sahili, little baby Sahili.
What?
Baby Sahili.
yeah, so at this show,
Whenever I cast a non-creature spell, I get a servo, and I can stick it down to artifact becomes a copy of another artifact. I'll bring it up. Well, you can't really read the screen, so. So let's see. Wesley Burt, Daniel Lundgren, Ryan. Ryan has not graced us with his presence yet. Yeah.
I haven't seen
I think he's playing Magic. Like every time I walk by him, he's playing Magic.
Oh, just like right over there.
Nice.
With his own Ryan Pancoast art deck.
Oh, he's one of those.
Yeah, he's
One of those. He just has enough cards.
That's nice.
I've never done any lands.
Yeah,
wait.
I'm
Unless I played
having
a
two,
deck that was all
and
Stomping Grounds.
I'm playing a Dragon Tempest.
Fuck you! Fuck you and your Dragon Tempest.
I
Kill
love
that.
my
Kill
Dragon
the fire.
Tempest.
I don't know.
Wait, and what is this? Yes, it's urgent.
Because it's much easier to manipulate someone into fighting them for me. Yes?
This is what happens when I'm not at the table.
No, when you're not at the table, you don't win. Wait.
I see someone is still
You start at
salty.
40 and convention.
I see someone is still salty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Saskia's in. Alrighty then.
Turn 4, my commander's in.
Awesome.
Because that's what I can do.
Awesome. I'm suspecting Sahili's not on for this world.
Remind me, what happened to your commanders?
Your commander is usually the thing you build your deck around.
So your commander is what you have to build your colors around, and different commanders do different things. Her commander is like, I'm going to punch you in the head, and like make everyone suffer, because I feel like when it does damage to someone, it does damage to the other person. So it's like an eye and another eye. Like,
And that is the perfect card to play in a 3-player game because you attack one person and pick the other person.
Yeah.
Because
So it's like all ricochets.
Yeah, if you read it, it says, you know, pick a player. Whenever that thing does damage, it does damage to another player. So she picks me and attacks her.
But it doesn't count as commander damage. The blowback card does.
Yeah.
Oh, so wait, who did you choose?
She hasn't chosen yet.
I haven't chosen yet.
Well, if you're trying to kill Sahili, you have to choose me and hit him. Like,
and if you really
Sahili.
want to be a dick about it, you choose the same person you attack, so you hit
know.
for double.
Yeah.
Aww. Somebody was saying they really like this card, by the way.
Yeah, that's
just, you know, you'll pay a fucking cat to drop of a hat.
It's Hester. It's kind of like Hester.
And truthfully, like Sanctuary Cat doesn't get as much
big
love.
smile
as
on your
Black
face when you
Cat.
look at it. It's
While we bring it up,
she loves
we
cat
have
art.
some, we have some cards we want you to sign, including that one.
See, that's you
There's
come back
also
to the
this
table
card
and you
too.
have to sign cards, apparently.
All right, I gotta
Do
pick
you have
somebody.
Yes, you gotta pick somebody.
I know.
I'm good.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick.
He's gonna be too drunk to sign cards if we keep
I'm
going
gonna pick
down
you.
his throat.
Because that's gonna kill me.
It's not wrong.
Not wrong. I'm gonna die anyway. Alright, so it has vigilance and haste.
I love the feather shoulder pads, by the way.
So
Seriously, they're awesome.
this gets double strike. So
Okay.
that is 6.
I
Brian,
think
apparently,
And then another 6.
apparently
Because
Dave will
if
draw
he's-
cats at the
You're
drop of a
picking
hat
me
for cards.
twice?
No.
You're
He'll draw
hitting
cats
me
at the drop
and-
of a hat.
Okay.
There was a question
So
asked about
I'm gonna be out of the
what does he
game
want to do,
soon?
like what kind of cards.
Like,
He's like, oh, I'll draw
I
cat.
guess.
Give me, yeah, and just give me a cat card.
Also not Mark
I guess 28.
No, you're not
and
Mark
then I
Zuckerberg.
need 12.
No, it's only 6 commander.
Okay. That's still a lot.
It's only 6 commander damage.
It's only 6 commander damage.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it was 12 total.
I wasn't originally gonna murder the shit out of you, but now I need to like kind of murder the shit out of you. Like,
Well, we wanted this game to be quick, right?
no.
So this is.
I wanted a moment to like.
The reason we do this stream, Covenant MTG, Covenant's Magic, is to get more women into the game.
Okay, are you
and this
done?
is what happens when they get aggressive with that bourbon. They have to murder the shit out of you quickly.
It's just the bourbon.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
Put bourbon in any
Fucking
way,
artists.
this is what happens.
Photo bombing, artist
No.
photo bombing. Let's have a keep draw. I will play a sad robot. Sad robot.
That's mine.
Solid simulacra.
Sad robot.
That's the old. It's the middle
Old
sad
sad
robot.
robot.
It's the middle sad
Middle
robot.
sad robot. I don't know.
All right, I'm gonna take a mountain.
By the way, it wasn't gonna kill you. But he's got Sahili, which does what again?
A non-creature spell, I get a servo. He wandered away to take a picture of something crazy going on over there. I don't know what crazy's going on over there.
It's called Billy.
Right now, putting on a Demogorgon costume. Is he?
Giant Jim says, no, us women are very murderous when it comes to command. Black cat, zombie cat. I think we pulled it up earlier.
Yep.
Nope. There is no zombie cat. It's the black cat. It's the zombie cat. Yep.
I was gonna say
got it.
who reviews zombie cats?
There are. I mean, there's actually a bunch. The cutest thing ever. Oh my god, I have to bring it up.
Is it
because-
Entero's Feaster?
Okay.
No, watch. It is the token. What is the thing for token in card types?
Yep.
I need to know the thing for token. Syntax for token.
Programming in DOS. What's happening?
Oh, I don't know. What is it? Sacred Cat. That's it.
Oh.
Right, but the token
I
that
love
it makes.
that ball.
There it is. Oh my god. Wait
Is
for
it
it.
good?
They embalmed the ears. It's stupid cute.
Who's that by?
That is Zaizu Shen. So Asian name. I'm probably butchering the pronunciation, but yeah. Zezhouchen. But it really is cute as shit.
Maybe. No.
I'm missing shit. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I know the commanders are eventually. All your creatures have. Well, you don't have a thing in your graveyard, right?
No, Braun has to be in your graveyard.
That's a problem. So all of our creatures get trampled when that dies. If it's in the graveyard, it has an effect from the graveyard. Why am I not surprised, Dragon Gem, that all of your commander decks are aggro decks?
I wish I didn't play my 5-color dragon. It's too fucking slow.
This is usually much slower, and I'm glad I actually got the Sad Robot out, because it's the only blocker I've got right now. Oh, and by the way, it's called Sad Robot because of this. Cool.
Why are you tapping?
So this is Donato's version, right? That's Donato's version. The version I played was from that one, but the reason it's called Sad Robot is that one. Oh, nope. There it is. That's why that card is why it's called Sad Robot. It's a Sad Robot.
Sure, I will attack Saheeli.
This is really right.
Yeah, attack that Saheeli.
And you're doing
16.
Okay.
Not commander damage. It's not commander.
I'm gonna throw my Simulacrum under the bus. Poof. Dies, I draw a card. Untap, upkeep, draw. Back to the other screen. Alright, let's see. Shut it. It's a snake. What do I want to do? Think.
Have I seen
I think I'm going to play a Reckless Fire Weaver. Whenever an artifact enters battle under my control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent.
No, I drank
Then, let's see. I think.
Oh, Dragon Gem, slowly but surely the new studio is coming together.
Yes, I shall play my commander. And I shall take my commander from 4 up to 5 to create a servo. Everybody take 1 damage. Poof. So. I made a servo!
By the way, I'm just going to do this because I'll do it on your turn. I'm going to tutor.
Yep, you are tutoring on my turn. And hey, look, I have a servo!
Are you attaching a skull cap to it?
No, I'm gonna need the blocker for the next turn.
Oh dear God!
I will throw my 1/1 robot under the bus.
Oh, somebody's wearing the Demogorgon now.
It's Donato.
Donato, can we put you in the hot seat? I guess so.
That's the hot seat.
This is that seat. Yep.
You sound so tired. You don't have to be.
It's all right. My voice is back, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Hello. Hello, everyone.
So, I'm going to hand you some things.
Oh boy, I have to close my. Oh, just like touch the spaghetti and Halloween.
Wait a
You're
second.
touching eyeballs, Donato.
Can
You're touching
someone
eyeballs.
get
Eyeballs,
my
that's right.
Rod
Yeah.
back?
Close your eyes and imagine this.
I need my frog horror deck.
You're not Jeff Menges.
No, but I do look like him.
Wait, he's in.
Well, Jeff has been doing some great stuff with these history books out of Dover Press. Yeah, really great stuff.
Almost. Well, you can start with these.
start with these. Oh, signing? I got my.
Well, yeah, sure, you can sign them all. Yeah, I appreciate that.
I got my.
Even more importantly, I want you to talk about
I left my Sharpie upstairs. I had it in my pocket. Yeah.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah. Oh, is this like? Is this a guessing game? Which card art did I destroy?
Which card art was like? You know, which card art did you completely
Wait a second, you can
ignore
block
the?
and stack, right?
Oh, the style? No, I always file.
Like
the
you're
style
allowed to
guide.
block and stack.
All right, so for the stream, are there any questions for Donato while I'm trying to find some of his cards? Yes, you can block and sack a creature. It deals no damage to the opponent's creature. I mean, if you have a sack outlet.
Yes.
You need the sack outlet to be there.
Well, these are $10 signature.
Have some bourbon. Do you want some bourbon? We're handing out bourbon.
No, I don't. I no hard liquor for me. Thank you.
Oh my God, that's ridiculous.
Oh, nice. Doppelganger. All right, nice. Yeah.
Oh, we're asking, do you play Magic?
No, I play D&D. Sorry.
So why
It's stale.
is there a reason you just never picked it up?
What?
Magic.
Magic? I know what? I just never. No, it was.
Throw Matt Stewart's.
Okay, is it my turn?
Yeah, there wasn't actually really anyone around.
Is it my
Here's the
turn?
rest of the bullshit.
DM.
Oh, that's a stack. All right. All right, I'm minting mine at $10 a signature. You got about 100 cards there.
We'll bring you an honorary tomorrow. No, it's my turn. All right, untap, upkeep, draw.
No, wait. You played your commander.
Oh, I thought.
You
Yeah, I was
played-
done.
Okay.
I've been done for a while. Sorry. Bourbon is great for the throat. Do you have any Stephen Picorni stories? I have Stefan Picorni stories.
Right, what?
Do you have any Stefan Picorni stories?
Stefan Picorni?
I do. I have Stefan Picorni stories, but
I don't know if I have stories.
I'm
No, I
kinda
don't.
cute.
Actually, I
Wait
don't
a
have any
second. What were
stories.
we supposed to ask Donato?
But I remember, yeah.
Fisher.
Oh,
He said.
Fisher had a question that we were supposed to ask him. It was funny.
It
as
was
shit.
something horrible.
Scott
like,
Fisher?
Yes. He was
Oh wait,
like,
was
ask
that the
Donato
first time
about-
we went to Origins and?
No,
tell me.
It was about art burning.
What?
Art burning?
Art burning.
Art
That you guys
burning.
had a night where you were drawing and you got tanked and
Burned
there
some
was a
artwork?
lot of.
Did we?
That's the best.
No, that's
answer
not
ever.
me.
That is the best answer ever, though.
I think Scott might have had too much to drink to think that maybe I was there as well.
Scott, get over here.
Get over here. I think your memory is a little lagging. No, I remember the.
were supposed
I
to
think it was first Origins, like when we when I first met Scott, and I think Doug Alexander Gregory was there, and we were. I think we went out. It was in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was just a
I know
great,
it, yeah.
a great. Yeah, I know. Yeah, public.
And Columbus is a weird place.
It was a little funky, nasty. So we ended up going out.
Gabriel and I run the Origins Film Festival now. So every
Oh,
year
you
we
do?
are running the film festival, and there's some wacky shit that goes on after hours.
Oh, really?
Because we
Yeah.
show films until midnight, and then we go out.
Yeah. So.
Talk about that fucker. So by the way, this is what the stream looks like. This is what's going out to the internet.
Oh, I should have picked my nose or anything.
Yeah. This is your camera.
Oh, right. Okay.
There you go. And so let's talk about Evan Dragon. So there it is on that. There you go. First one there.
All
so
right.
that's old as shit. That's the Portal version.
Yeah. All right. What about it?
Any interesting art direction? Like so.
Well, actually, what art? They didn't have art direction back then. I mean, it was like Black Dragon.
Just paint us a Black Dragon.
Black Dragon. No, nothing breathing fire or
That's
whatever.
funny shit. It's
So,
just like here, just dress Black.
yeah, actually, I think even you don't see it on the card here.
Well, they
You
didn't
can
go
see
with,
the card there,
they
but
didn't go with
this-
anything even remotely similar to D&D. Like it should be gas. It should be.
No, there wasn't any relationship for that. So it was. I think I put it on a pillar. So I thought, rather than having it fly, you can't see it on the card.
So how
There's
much
a
of
little
the
hint
card
of it.
exists below that?
There's another 30%, 30%.
So
of the
there's a
card.
big column that
Yeah,
stands out.
not so much a column. You see the golden part of a rounded dome.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That he stands. And again, that's when I was first starting to do
And I'm
these
sorry
metallics.
that that's not on the card. That would be awesome.
Well, it's in a print. I offer it for a print online and all that stuff.
And what is the website, by the way?
Oh, DonatoArts.com.
There you go.
Not too hard.
Cool.
Can I get you to sign my Spore
Oh,
Frog.
Spore Frog.
Oh my
all
god,
right,
really?
certainly.
Spore Frog? I hate that card.
That's why it's the one I'm getting signed.
No, Spore Frog. There's a good story for Spore Frog since we
So
go.
tell us
Well,
about
they since it's since original art has just like blown up these past couple of years. So back when I originally created it, what's that?
I said he's the best.
He's a vet. He is
I
cute.
love him.
He's a cute little guy. And when I sent the artwork into Wizards, it was kind of a tight deadline. I was working on a lot of projects, so I just I didn't get a scan of it or anything. I just sent it right into Magic.
Okay.
And
So you set the painting. You were like,
what's that? Well, I sent it in, and then someone at Wizards wanted to buy the art, so
well,
I never saw the painting
one
again.
thing has double.
and I saw you have prints of this.
Cartographer? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
certainly. Yeah. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah,
Certainly. Yeah.
like the texture of that.
No, it's not. The maps and
Yeah.
actually, that was a friend,
It didn't hit me.
Claudia.
No, it's not.
Oh, right.
And it's Claudia.
Really?
Claudia Rodriguez. So she is a painter. We were taking a class
I
together.
gotta pull that up. What is it? The cartographer?
Yes.
Cartographer, yeah.
As soon as I saw the print, I'm like, wait a second, I have this card.
What's that?
I have this card.
You have that. All right.
Although I'm not going to make you like sign both because
Yeah, so
Spore
there
Frog,
we go.
though.
Come on, like you like me. The internet's getting slow. All right, so who is it again?
So it was a painter friend. We were both taking a class at the New York School of Figurative Art, and where I think it was a class in figurative painting, still life, portraiture, I think it was.
Okay.
And so I just had her come over to model
What
for
year
it.
is that? That's
99.
Yeah, no,
99.
95. It says. On
No,
there.
it's not 95. That's the original
99, okay.
copyright.
All right. Oh, right.
Yeah, it was 99, 2000.
Cool.
Yeah, 2000 I think.
That's
it was.
awesome.
Yeah. So that's her. That's actually her. She just had a leather jacket on, so I turned it like a greenish.
That's cool,
Gave it a
man.
little extra.
It's fantastic.
You didn't marry her or anything, did you?
No. No, she's
That would
great.
be a great story,
No, she's a
though.
very talented painter. I'm not sure what she's doing now. But,
All right, so
yeah.
one of the that's the stream questions, by the way. Is there any card you would love to redo for any reason? Like, is there a card you just want to redo?
Oh.
Ice cream Twix bar.
I know. It's well, if those of you might the Iron Crown Enterprise Middle Earth cards, I like to redo nearly all of them because they're so horrible.
Well, yeah. I've had that conversation with Liz Danforth about certain things with Iron Crown, and
Except don't redo Spore Frog.
Actually, one card I guess I could have done even better. It was like Memory Jar.
Really?
Yeah, no, because it was a great idea, but again, just the time was
I think
limited.
there's one in the stack actually.
I might get wrong.
You don't have to sign
There's
them all.
only 100 cards there. Let's see. Memory
There, here, it's coming.
There we go.
There we go.
Memory Jar, yeah. So that was.
So why do you want to redo that one?
Well, so it wasn't redo it, but I just ran out of time to do the cool ethereal mist rising from the broken. So I had time. I spent all my labor. You can see it on the broken glass structure, right? And then I had to do the weavy, misty.
So whenever
ghost
anybody has been asking that question all
emanations.
night, every artist has answered all of them. I'm better now.
Oh, yeah, no.
But that's
just
a
a part
never
of
said.
why redo them.
But it's originally from old Visions, right?
No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, not Visions. Yeah, Visions was
There's
the
the
first
Argus Legacy.
Mirage
Okay,
Visions.
there we go.
I don't know if
So yeah, I guess that one. It's because it's a popular piece, and I really liked the way it was coming out.
You see what else is in here that I'm like, you should really talk about this card.
What?
Come on. This is a staple in it's a staple in Megrim. So I'll bring it up.
right.
It is take 2 damage when you discard a card. You played it in Nekuzar, you played it in all kinds of discard decks. Any interesting story behind that?
Let's see. Oh, I guess I hated
Oh,
the
that's
style
not your
guide.
version.
I mean, I'm being
Really?
honest. Yeah, I mean, just like this is one of the first decks when they hit us hard with the style guiding.
So it has to have like a Gerard in it. It's got to have
Not just Gerard. There was like
Hang on,
this is Gerard's
we
costume
need to ask
and
if he has a
suit.
print of
This
that.
is his
Because I
hair
feel like I heard
style.
Holy
not told you. I mean, they gave you what he looked like, and so you're expected to emulate, copy
just
that
so
and
we can
emulate
get,
it on all the card art. Yeah. So it was like,
That seems a little
so you went from
But quickly,
just do a black
we
dragon
check out
to
go.
here is, and even this was, I mean, even book covers were never this severe. So it was like, what the, it's like I'm doing a superhero character. The costume, you can't, like, Spider-Man has exactly 4 legs on each side of the or radiating lines for his mask. You can't add a 5th, just because you're like, so whatever.
That's really interesting. That
So I have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
She pulled up that you have Spore Frog family. Do you have a print
Oh
of that?
yeah, that's all I have.
Because I don't remember seeing a print of that.
Well, that's part of the story. Was
is that a card or is that just a print you did?
No, it's just it was a commission I did. Private commission. I introduced Spore Frog.
I didn't see it.
I saw it.
Oh,
How did I
you did?
miss
Yeah.
She didn't see it. It's amazing.
Like,
No,
I
it's
play with
great.
this card.
Yeah. There it is. That's it.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
It's ridiculously cute.
It's awesome.
Like, I need it.
You need it, yeah.
That's
So I made a couple. I think someone had me make a playmat for that, like a little
Wait.
custom playmat. No, I don't. I made 2 copies. I made one for myself, and I think I gave it away, and one for the guy who wanted it.
Gosh dang it!
Saying there's some interesting.
Yeah, right.
There's also a question about that.
What?
Look at the question.
Oh.
Care to talk about the Shivan Dragon and the fantastic transparency of the wings?
Well, that's just again. This is back. Actually, we're still now a few years after the style guiding, and it's like, oh, great style guide. So
It's Shivan Dragon. It's a fucking red dragon. Like how?
No. That's what was cool about it.
Okay, so
They just said, we want you to redo the Shivan Dragon, and I go, okay. You know what? And I go,
it's
well,
probably his
you know
turn
Melissa
because
Benson.
you mess with this stuff,
And they
and
go,
he's been talking.
just make it cool.
I'm
That was the art
not
direction.
long
You know what?
It doesn't. I mean,
Honestly, you're Donato.
That doesn't
Like,
get
if
any
somebody
better.
says Donato, just make it cool. I'm
So-
pretty cool. I mean, I'm pretty okay. I'm gonna get something cool.
No, so I was like, that's it? They go, yeah, just make it look cool. And I'm like, okay. And so I just ran. I mean, I think that's one of the Magic cards I spent the most amount of time on.
Did you see that card's appearance in Eye of the Beholder?
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's right. It did show. That's right, it is. Yeah, that's right.
We needed some footage of people
yeah,
play Magic.
Okay.
What card do I want to use that's just indicative and endemic? This tells you what Magic is. Like,
Right.
okay, fine, all red, and it's a Shivan Dragon. It's Donato's Dragon.
Yeah,
and that's
so
the
that-
hand I pulled up for.
Right.
Me, I'm gonna put myself in a film first.
I'm not sure I'm not sure I want to be immortalized forever because again, I'd be like, wow, I look fat in that shot. What the fuck?
Come on, don't worry.
Like,
So the transparency of the wings was just me just having a lot, the devotion to art, saying, you know what, I'm just going to make this. I knew it was the Shivan Dragon, so I had to make this look great.
All right. I don't know who this antiquitous 2004 person is, but the comment is that doesn't sound like a Shindahedi comment or art direction.
No, it wasn't. Who is 2000?
by the way, it is technically your.
Actually, maybe Matt Wilson was on board at that point.
And I'm just gonna prep sacking this guy.
You got it. I'm going to play a Sulphur Falls, does not come in tapped, and then I am going to tick Saheeli up to create a servo. Everybody take a point of damage.
I'll sign your cards while we're waiting.
Thank you, sir.
Looks like Seth has fallen on hard times.
No, I'm just going to sit tight. Pass turn.
Okay, I'm sacking Steve to
Have
get
any
a
conversation with
plane.
Donato.
Yeah. So let's see, back to Spore Frog. So actually, the reason why
I love
Spore
Spore
Frog
Frog.
Family came out was that since I didn't have the original artwork and I never had a scan of it, I told the guy, I can't make you a print. I never had a print of Spore Frog.
Okay.
Nothing, no playmats.
This one's he's playing
So I made
all the
that.
time. We're going to talk about that one.
Oh, okay. So that was.
Oh, is that the Crystal Chimes?
Crystal Chimes.
Yeah.
I don't have my
Any
Esther
comments
check.
on that? Like,
No, just that's my wife's hands.
really?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, I got to pull that up now.
So I've got.
Is that the right same one? Yeah, it is there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
So those are your wife's hands holding the crystal chimes?
yeah that's hers. Yep.
That's really cool. There's some other stories that about a mechanic pointing at something on a map.
Oh, that's Sisse's ring.
Sisse's
Sisse's
ring.
ring was the mechanic up the street.
Really?
His name, nicknamed Blackie. And so those are his hands. So I just had him.
Older version.
See, that looks like
we want the Vision version.
There we are.
So that's pretty cool. So you just random like, hey, you got interesting hands. Let's put those in.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm like, I said, hey, you want to, like, can I use your hands for a painting I'm doing? And he's like, okay. And he actually, I think it was he just got down on the concrete and I just photographed his hands flat on the concrete.
All right, so Dragon Gem has just opened a can of worms with a question.
Okay,
what is your preferred class in D&D?
Oh, magic user.
Magic
user. Yeah, half-elf magic user, or actually depends on if the DM's gonna waive those idiotic level restrictions. Then you have human if they're gonna do it, and then half-elf if not.
My server's dead. Yeah. We're gonna talk about those in a moment, and I would love to see those.
Okay. As well.
Am I dead? What happened?
I'm done. No, I played a dragon.
So let's see.
I'm done.
Oh, I want to talk about your Mimic Mat. That is gorgeous.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, wait a second. He did the Mimic.
The new one. Yeah. That's just beautiful.
The recent one.
Yeah, is it the most recent?
Yes.
You're in Primal Belligerence.
It's a token one.
Oops, sorry, not one.
So
I have to come back though for the Spore Frog family. If you have a print of it.
What, Mimic Max? No, it's a
redo of an older card.
Yeah, it is. So
and you got to redo somebody else's art.
Right.
Did you look at the older art?
Did I look? Yeah, I guess I did just take a peek at it, but then I just put it away and then just ran. So I just wanted to understand like what comes before. It's like the Shivan Dragon. Even though it's very little of Melissa Benson in there, I did clue on some of her structures just to make a little reference to it, and then obviously enhance the red factor on it. So that's what it was. Yeah.
How about this one? And it's not a card that probably has much.
Actually, to be honest, that original, that other Mimic Rat. Yeah, what's that?
Well, this is
that's a great piece. So
is it Coalition's Relic?
Oh, Coalition's Relic? Yeah, Coalition Relic. Yeah, this one disappeared for a couple of years.
So this is not the old version. Let's find the old version. Yeah. There it is.
Yeah.
So anything interesting about that one? It sees a lot of play in Commander.
Yeah, but it was for another deck, and then that just. I remember executing the work, and then it just disappeared for a couple of years. They weren't using it.
Like they just put it aside.
Put it aside. I guess it was the slush fund. Yeah, the slush pile, whatever they call it. And then it popped back out.
I feel so bad for Chris Burdett was supposed to do Commander Sphere.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And they ended up putting in the slush fund and using it for Portent, which isn't a bad card, but he would have been able to sell that painting for a bunch more if it was
been used for that. Yeah. So. No, I mean, you don't have any control. I mean, you just execute the work, and it's fun doing the pieces, but yeah, that's, it's part of the deal being an illustrator is that, you do the job you can, you do the best job you can, and you're part of a collaboration. And sometimes they use the art, it's like book cover art, sometimes they do movie art too. You're a concept artist for movies. They sometimes tap into you. They'll get some great ideas, and many times those ideas don't get used.
I killed it. Dragon token.
Oh.
They're killing me. Okay. Watch this. This will be fun.
All right.
I'm curious. I'm looking at my
Rift,
deck.
everybody return everything that's not a land to their hand. If it's not a land, put it back in your hand.
Seriously?
Hi. You swung into 7 untapped mana.
You did. You absolutely.
You swung into 7 untapped mana.
I got him to use it.
Sure. You done? Okay, great. Somebody's asking about Yawgmoth.
Oh, Yawgmoth eating? Oh, that was. Nope, that's Love of Books.
Say it again.
Love of Books.
Oh wait, whose is that?
That's me.
I don't know that one.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah.
It's basically Cthulhu.
It is. Yeah. I think. I think that's what they might have mentioned in the.
I mean, they did.
The
Like,
treatment.
Eldrazi was really what they wanted the Cthulhu set to be. Like,
Oh, they
remember
did,
the Zendikar
yeah,
stuff?
right,
But,
yeah.
you know, they didn't
They
want
couldn't actually come out and really say it.
But that's really, I've never seen that piece before. That's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
I don't have one
that
for
one
just
tentacle
everything.
thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love the book. Like the fucking tentacle. I love the
Yeah, it
book.
was good. Yeah. Turning
Wait
into
a
pork.
second.
That's really awesome.
I didn't realize Mark did the Udvara Hellcat.
Yeah.
Damn it.
So I guess going at the
I love
stuff on
Udvara.
Picorni. So well, how did I meet him? He was you know what? It was my There's my old assistant Christina Carroll.
Okay.
So she was really young, just had moved into New York City, and I think she was somehow connected to Stefan or gaming, and Stefan was just starting. There's the film about
the Dwarvenauts.
The Dwarvenauts. Yeah. So he kind of roped me in to help be a part of that, and so that was really nice. So we played some games and with film playing.
Everybody take 5 damage.
I'm not long for this world.
So I have this stupid little thing in play that nobody ever plays with, and whenever an artifact comes into play under my control, or is it whenever I cast? Hold on. Nope, enters play. So I played this, and it brings 4 more little artifacts in. Everybody take 5 damage. You are not long for this world.
I guess this means I get to go fuck off and have fun.
Fun after this? Okay. So you're done.
I'm sorry, I interrupted your story to beat on them.
Oh, no. I think that was basically it.
So is Kentaro anybody?
No, not anybody's.
How about, what is it, Minamao? Or Hisako?
Hisako, no. Where did I get? No, not anybody in particular. I think they're both kind of me finding some different faces out there. So not anyone specific, like neighbors. Actually, a specific person is the...
he did the Mirror Atmosphere.
I was called a Wizard King, but it was...
These are the last few, and I'm like, they're the money cards.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know that's a money card. How much?
I know.
Any?
Are you
anything
done?
About that?
Oh yeah, yep. Sold for I think $300 down in Florida.
Are
at
you
a convention.
kidding me? You sold that for $300?
Are you done?
That's because it wouldn't sell for $6.
Oh my! I cannot get against haste. However, I'm taking Sahili up to 4. I'm creating another servo. Everybody take another point damage. I'm gonna pass turn. So, are you kidding me? Nobody would pay $600 for that. It sold for $300.
Yep.
What is it?
Chromox. And let's just out of curiosity, the card itself is selling for between $30 and $50. Just the card. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just that's not crazy.
Well, back in the day it was.
We couldn't give Magic Card away. It was like crazy.
I can't fathom that.
Like, did you see? I posted on my price list thing back on.
I'd like to see
back, I found one of my old price lists from around 2000, and I had a whole bunch of. It was my Magic price list thing, and I had shown stuff I had sold, current prices, and then / sale price. Right. It was like how many things and they still weren't selling.
And now, like the day they're spoiled, they're sold.
Yeah.
The day they're spoiled, they're like, how much?
Even day. Actually, no. There's examples like Shivan Dragons. The gentleman who bought it caught wind that I was redoing it before it was released. He bought it before anybody even knew it was coming out.
Everyone is returning all artifacts to his or her hand.
Really? You want to let me play more artifacts?
Another 5.
Okay.
All right.
Oh wait.
Too late. You already played it
I'll
down.
take it back.
It's on the play table.
It's on the stack.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to talk about this one now. So I understand that there's someone in that ball.
I know everyone. Yeah, there is somebody there.
What? No.
You won't tell us.
What's that?
You won't tell us who it is.
No, but it is. There's a little narrative there. If you look, there's also somebody in the doorway walking in there. If you take a peek at it, yeah. So
I mean, it looks like a Jace. So
Jay
Not
just
yet.
wasn't even
Oh, it was
around.
way
right?
before
Way
Jay.
before Jay. So it's like, yeah.
So, maybe it's a Gerard, or maybe it's a Miri, or
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah. No, it was
I'll
just
play
fun
Dragon
putting the
Quest
narrative in,
again.
like a little hint of a narrative in there.
What are you yelling at me for? Did you do this, by the way?
No.
Okay.
Oh, he changed your mind.
That's okay.
End of the game, right?
I'm tapping 3 to play a Trigon Predator. I'll kill.
It has to hit me. It has to do combat damage.
Dragon Tempest.
Oh, it has
Blood at
flying.
first.
Yep.
Yes.
No, you killed the Mere Bowerster.
I can't kill it.
If that does damage to me... Oh, okay. But it's flying and it has haste, right?
Oh, right.
If it does damage to me, you can destroy an artifact or enchantment.
Yeah.
I'm helping him.
Oh, helping him, yeah.
But I still kill one of these because Dragon Tempest.
Yes, exactly.
So
kill me.
And I'll destroy the big one.
Me kill you because I like them more than you.
Are you a more confident player? Better than I am.
And what was the last one? I play it in certain decks. Is it Conda's Banner?
Oh, Connor's Banner. Yeah. That is, I was running out of time. Yeah.
Running out of time.
Come on,
Let's just put it behind
let's just
games.
be honest. Look at that. I mean, how long did it take you to make?
I'm surprised that that's not a what is it? What is it that Larry Elmore used to call it when they didn't have time to do the art? It's in the movie.
Oh, he'd sign them differently.
Jack Fred.
Jack Fred, yeah. That's a Jack Fred.
Wow, you know, like, seriously, I would love for just once to have a Magic card show up by Jack Fred.
All right.
So that'd be cool as shit.
So I mean, it's still it still turned out nice, but that was a Jack Fred. I was like,
I would still be happy to hang that on my wall.
Okay, all right. I think actually, to be honest, I recall the artwork had a little more color because the different variations of reds and yellows I was using. So it really just died in reproduction.
I don't know where my helmet is, but can you hit those?
Oh, hit those. All right.
The helmet's probably
which one
in
are
there.
those?
It's the set, though. So did they give you any direction for like how they fit together?
You know what? They didn't actually tell me that they were going to do that later. So
You were like, what is happening here?
Yeah, each one was a standalone image.
So there's a whole set of these, right? If you read the card, it says equipment named Sword of Kaldra, Shield of Kaldra, and Helm of Kaldra are indestructible. And if you have all of them in play, they combine to form like this little Voltron guy.
But they didn't tell me that in the beginning. So they just told me I was doing.
But they all kind of look alike. So you got the shield.
Oh
you
no!
get them all in the
Well, they
same
told
style.
me, yeah, intentionally. They said make them because those were the pre-release versions, right?
Okay.
Oh no, they had
These
no.
are
They
the
had,
ones that were in
no, these
here?
are the decks. They had pre-release were different. That's right. Yeah.
Very cool, man.
You're
So
attacking
yeah, they
him.
didn't. Yeah.
Anything else you want to talk about? Like we've kept you here for a while, and I know it's
No,
been long.
let's see. Well, I'm just excited to be back doing some new cards.
Yeah?
I got some lands coming up.
Yeah, I hear that there's
some,
I hear that there's a return to Theros coming up, and there might be some cards now. Like I see the eyes crinkle a little bit. You can't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like,
What's that? A what?
Okay. I'll throw this under the rest.
Oh, crinkling, I guess. Yeah, that's my
it's
age.
crinkled a little bit.
wait a second. So we were talking about Sarah Angel.
Oh,
you
yeah.
have your own.
Yes,
Yeah, I know. It was great. That was kind of my reintroduction. So actually, that's a really good story. Yeah.
I want to hear about the story. This is my Angel deck in TARDIS sleeves.
Oh,
I don't know if you've seen Doctor
TARDIS,
Who.
all right.
You understand?
Yes.
I'm gonna plus
It's a time traveling angel,
The next
right?
spell I cast this turn costs 1 less for each artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Like, I like all the weird cards. Although Swirlfrog still has
Duplicates. Everybody take 20
so
damage.
cute.
Yeah, the Spore Frog
I'm
family
exiling
was
this thing.
really fun.
This is now a duplicate. This is now a Trigon Predator because I can't have
See
you
if we got
killing
anyone
artifacts and
else.
enchantments every turn.
Sanctum Guardian.
That are keep
Yeah,
it
Sanctum
underneath.
Guardian was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like a
and
giant, like a giant protector for that guy. Yeah.
So I love though that the Sarah Angel got like a makeover. It's not like a blonde.
No.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
don't get me wrong. I like me some Sarah Angel in all forms,
Right.
but it's nice to see her not,
Yeah. So yeah, so the question is someone had about Sanctum Guardian. So I remember actually.
Let's take a look.
Well, Sanctum Guardian was payment for my first website.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, back in like the artist he was redoing it for me like in '99, late '98, '99, I believe, and actually that crops again, so you can actually see the feet.
So how much more of it is
the
there? Like
Guardian.
30-40% below?
Yeah, well enough, like 20% more, so you can see they're actually standing on the ground, and shows the scale of them a little better.
Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do this. Poof, you put that and draw 2 cards. This thing is broken, especially when you're playing little token decks.
Yeah.
So I put it on my
nice.
1/1 token, it dies immediately, and I draw 2 cards.
Oh, right. So not so bad.
Right.
You remember that thing in Standard?
No, I wasn't playing Standard at the time.
Oh, wow. I've been playing longer than you have.
30% below, that's pretty good. And you gave that to somebody to do a website for you?
Well, I didn't give. I mean, I was payment. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but it was a trade. So he didn't want to take any money. So I said, well, here's a payment. Yeah.
That's cool as shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of great history. That was a lot of fun. You know, again, no style guiding. Just that's what was so fun. It's like there's no guide on that. It's just like what the hell is a sanctum guide? Right? And so you just come up with a narrative. Sure. Yeah, I know, right?
And you have to put your own story behind it, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, so I made him. So I actually made this dude so strong that he's like holding up a pillar above the person's guarding, like as a giant weapon and threat. Yeah, stained glass. That was just all makeup. There wasn't any guidance for that either.
It'd be a Warzone card today.
What's that?
It would be a black-white.
Black-white. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Is there anything that you like? What's any favorite card that you want to talk about, or any favorite piece of Magic?
Yeah,
or even regular art that you've done. You just want like people.
I mean, there's nothing.
This is my favorite thing.
I mean, it's just kind of fun. I just say like the pitch, the magic show you guys got going here, right? I'm sure you've talked about it a lot, but it's a great gathering of diverse art. And then the whole 4x4 inch small miniature, art for a cause, 4x4s for a cause. That's a great wall of diversity, and really you can really see each person's style in there. Yeah, it's really nice.
They're eating on me. They're picking on me.
Oh, really? Yeah, they're going after you,
I'm just giving you shit.
Oh, the cis-white male is being
It is now turned into that kind of stream.
Oh, really? Okay. I beat you up. All right. Okay.
Hitting you. Stay in the hot seat or not.
All right. Good seeing you.
I'm hitting you with a 4/4.
Take care. All right.
Savage Bitmon.
Oh, that's your turn.
All right. What do you think?
4/4.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
Yes.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I take 4.
I'm going to ship it.
Great. And now I
Dummies are my
get
weakness.
6 in the queue.
Why? Dummies are
Because Savage Bitmon.
Oh, absolutely not. I didn't know it was that dragon. Fuck you, that's countered.
What?
Fuck you, that's countered. Exile it.
The dragon was already played.
I thought it was the Ur Dragon. I don't give a shit about that thing. And I'll even let you keep my servo kill.
Attacked you.
I thought it was the Ur Dragon. It was a gold thing over there. I'm talking to Sonata.
Oh,
Give me 6 more mana. I would have, the second I saw that.
We entered combat.
Really? Because we let that go the other night with 10 person.
That wasn't me.
yeah, I'm back.
It was just so much fun.
So, have you heard the story?
What story?
There was an angry white man threatening people, and the staff got called on him, and it was me.
It was you in character.
I was being character as Hopper.
Maybe take off the mustache and not be a dick anymore tonight.
Well, no, they're not wrong. They're not wrong for doing it. I fully support them doing what they did, but I feel really embarrassed.
So maybe take off the mustache and not be a character.
No, I stopped being a drunken asshole.
If you want to hit me, fine. Go ahead and play another
Make
spell.
sure he hit you.
I understand that, but I wasn't paying attention. It's my fault. Go ahead, so I'll take
What else is your fault?
Well, it's 4.
Oh, right, I already did. Sorry. Take your 6 mana.
Meh.
Oh,
You know what impressive feat I'm going to do?
Roar back right at you.
I'm going to play an Ingot.
There's
a Slumbering Dragon.
That
and
person's
just
got to
kill
be
this
someone
guy.
who knows all of us. It's got to be like Osh or something.
No, Ash is not going to be on here.
It's asleep.
But they're on brand, so.
I killed one of your servers.
Yeah, right on you.
And what am I doing?
I would say your name, but I've had a little bit too much to
I have
drink
two
to
mana
make sense of
open,
those
and-
letters.
Just hang out.
Yeah.
Ridiculous candy shit. Oh, you make that one.
Yeah.
That one's.
No, I've already stolen all of the gummies.
Oh my god, really?
Sure. I'll play this, even though I don't have deliriums.
I'm gonna sack my turn.
I haven't played deliriums.
So can I steal some of these Donatos?
No, you can't steal some of this.
I'm gonna take this one. No, this one's mine.
You cannot have a Mox.
Oh, that one's mine.
You can't have a Chrome Mox or Mirari. You want to sit and hang out with us for a little bit? Oh, that's cute as shit.
This.
Oh,
yeah.
Is it a deep one? It looks like a deep one.
Introduce yourself. Who are you and what do you do?
Here we go. I haven't played land per turn, so there we go. I'm done.
I expected something very respectable, like a banker.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I saw that.
Silas.
You live?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't
Wait.
worry about it.
Oh wait. Am I
I'm
in
done.
IP rights saying that?
You're stealing. Yeah, somebody's infringing on your RAR.
No, actually, I'm not. It has to be. My copyright was for the printed emblem.
Oh, so you
as
didn't
a-
actually copyright the word, just the word.
No,
It was
no.
the
It's
stylized design.
Yeah, it was my RAR was
What? It's us.
God.
Yes.
God. Did we eat it all?
No, we
God made
didn't.
this.
There's more.
Yeah.
I forget.
There's the Milky Way.
No, there's more candy here. All right, so is it my turn or your turn?
Is it anybody's turn? Oh,
Come on,
no.
Get one tonight.
You have no idea how many of them I have in my
You
hotel
guys
room
are a
now.
hot mess.
If you put gummy in front of me, they're gone. That's my weakness.
All right.
What? What's going on?
What?
Did bounce?
What bounce?
Oh, you lost your frog.
Oh no! Oh no! That's horrible. Who was the artist?
She lost your fucking frog.
I saw that. She didn't really find it because of that. She's right next to me.
Okay.
All right.
But you got that last night or this night? Just. Oh, okay.
I just walked by and was like,
You can have it.
Yeah.
she's got one. She's got like three red ones and some yellow ones. So have like red places.
Nice. I would like to say that to stay on brand tonight, that I purchased a piece of Stranger Things art by Nate Flam. I got Mike the Paladin, and that's really cool. You should check out Nate Flam's work. Really cool.
I can't let that resolve.
And that's why I had the staff call on me. You heard about that, right? There was complaints that there was an angry, drunken white man harassing people. And
What movie embarrassed themselves by not knowing
Double strike?
I don't know, but in the fact that I was only harassing friends, I was only going up to people I knew, and apparently it was a overheard conversation because I was saying things like, you know, whatever Enzo, I can do whatever I want. I'm the chief of police, which I was. Yeah, and then I said, you know, Mike, I'm going to kill him. These are all lines from the show. Stranger Things, season 3. Okay, and they're not spoilers. They happen pretty darn soon.
It's like a little too hetero.
I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean that was the early '80s.
It was, yeah, but
Yeah.
like it's not now. It's also like
No.
Oh, and read that. Make sure I'm actually. It might just be a two.
No, it doesn't justify it, and I admit that, and I'd much rather see a more inclusive program, but it's just, as a child of the 80s, having been born in the 70s, it reminds me of the aggressive, controlling, heteronormative world that I was raised in, which has its own problems. So I was embracing those moments and channeling my memories, and apparently it got the staff called on me. It got too real. Yeah.
You didn't get in trouble, did you?
Yeah. Well, they realized they realized who I was, and then they realized that. And well, they also like when they talked to me, and I turned around, and because I was.
You're clearly sober.
I was swaying and being drunk, and then they turned, and I'm like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" And they were like, "Oh," and they recognized what I was doing, and so they, and I even talked to one of them later. They were like, "I'm like, because I'm like legit, because I don't want anything bad to come to IX, don't want anything come bad to the showcase." Well, yeah, no, and it's just one of those things where it's like I realized, and also I wanted to thank them for doing what they did, because if there is an aggressive drunk white male, they need to address it, you know. So.
I just played 2 artifacts.
And if you're offended by that, I'm calling you out because you're the problem. Sorry. Yeah, I want to know who tattled on me. I think.
What inexperienced
It was literally. Yeah, it was literally a bystander.
Oh, okay. Ever.
Because I was only doing it to people I knew. And
how embarrassing.
well, yeah, and then I repeated the things, like the 2 lines I was saying, and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's what they overheard." And yeah, and I was like, "It's 2 lines from 1 episode," and I was like, "From a TV show." And, yeah. So I'm trying to get rid of all of your listeners. Well,
it's funny, for some strange reason they're ticking up now while you're talking.
Oh yeah.
With all that glue, how is that thing coming off?
He sweats a lot. Well, I sweat. No. That's the thing. When I worked in LA, when I worked in the film industry, and I was a monster. They could not glue stuff to me to save their life. Like at no, it wasn't even how. Like I was the doorway demon in the movie The Doorway. I was the main demon, and it was a gelatin appliance. And at the end of the shoot, I literally went back to the makeup trailer and went like, and I just pulled it right off. And like the shop owner, the guy I worked for, came in and it's like, "Don't ever do that." And I'm like, "Why?" It's like horrible for you. And I'm like, it was falling off. It's like there was nothing.
Most people peel their skin off.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you have to take these appliances off of people. And mine's just like, I'm like, and it's off because I'm a sweaty large mammal. Sorry.
Wow, it's only 11:20. I thought
I
that was closed.
No, my watch says it's 1:44, but that's 1984 time.
Okay, and I'm done.
Fake mustaches are extremely itchy.
We need a filter.
Well, oh, there we go. Just growing out this stubble to be in character is horrible. But now my wife's like, "Ooh,
You're saying he's the target.
I want to see how you look with facial hair." I'm like, "Oh God."
Well, here you go.
Take 4.
Good.
I got nothing in place.
Well, I'm gonna look like Seth in about a week.
Why? Oh, you're growing a beard out?
Asher wants to see it now.
All right, do it. Do it.
Try all you want, you will never.
No.
You cannot match his luxurious locks.
And you also won't be as gray as me.
No, I'm gonna be super gray.
Really?
Oh, this is super gray.
I don't know. I'm envious of the light.
You can dye it.
Yeah, I'm just hiding all my gray.
Boys can dye too.
That's a lie. I don't have any yet.
You're all. Wait, no, I'm older. How old are you?
We all know I'm going to look exactly the same when I'm 84.
Except for the big
And,
hats.
but I won't have to bleach my hair at that point, so it's kind of cool. I'm looking forward to it.
Wait, what year were you born?
72.
Oh, you are older than me.
Yeah.
I thought we were about the same age.
No,
I mean, 2 years.
You're older than me.
Well, yeah, we're all older than you.
No, I don't know if
Yeah, but
that's
some
true.
people are just old ladies trapped in old ladies' bodies.
And that's hot. Yeah, that got creepy.
I might not be older than you.
I don't know, but
My birthday's tomorrow, actually.
Well, happy birthday!
Perhaps in half an hour.
Yeah, it's like
Happy birthday!
Yeah, I'll be 33.
Oh,
wow,
dear God,
I am
child.
older than you.
Little bit.
Yeah.
Now think about how long you've known me.
Yeah, I've known you for like 10 years.
I thought that it's kind of been like.
Oh, you were just a young pup.
This conversation's been coming up about like, oh yeah, how long have you been coming to IllexCon? Like all the new people. I'm like,
Since you were
I've been
23?
coming here since like I was right out of college. So, oh my God, it's been a decade.
And it seems like you were a professional then.
No, I wasn't.
It felt like it was. You were doing articles.
Like compared to you, anyone's professional.
I was not a professional for a long time. I have never been a professional. But no, you were doing articles for Imagine FX really early. I was reading.
2007.
Yeah, I was reading articles that you wrote and using your brushes in professional work.
Oh, my bullshit articles.
Why are you typing my name? Oh, there we go.
C-A-N-O-N?
Yes. Great. Sitting in a tree, not kissing.
No,
Gross.
because that's not acceptable behavior for two people who
aren't married,
are in love,
do not have that level of intimacy with each other. Who?
You're too old for that.
Well, also I'm married to an amazing woman, and it would be offensive to our commitment to start making out with some other person. Yeah.
I'm not married yet because I lose my health insurance. No.
You're not the only person I know that's like that.
She picked
And that's bullshit.
Oh, she picked me as the target for
Yeah.
that? Okay, well, you're only 6 in this commander.
You're 6 of it as commander, but you get his.
So that was a sure. But hey,
And then you get another 8.
There you go. All right.
Target.
Well, congrats on that.
Yeah, I guess.
Yes.
We're number 1. We're number. We'll definitely remember.
So 16. That sucks.
Yep.
Told you I wasn't a threat.
And I was like, when do you not pay?
Somebody said hello,
Oh
Darren. when we sat
man,
down.
this mustache is going south.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh. I'm so done with this thing.
Just like,
What do you like?
I'm just gonna eat it. I'm just gonna eat it. Yeah.
I want to play hopscotch.
yeah, I was talking to like Donato yesterday, and he's talking about like, oh yeah, my this girl is in college now, and I was just like, oh my God, I've been here for 10 years.
I want to play.
Yeah.
And I'm going to put my commander in play.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's
And like someone else who like I remember when their kid was born.
right.
You know, and like
Well, it's that. Well, for me, it's that moment where I was the fresh up and coming kid, and now I've realized I am the old man, and I'm like, mother.
you're just bad.
Well, yeah, no, I think I was the old man before I started, but. Well, be like, I'm the yet another old white man in the gaming industry. Yeah.
When did this start?
Well, I had surgery on my arm that I woke up under because I have a weird genetic thing with chemicals, which is why I can drink a lot of this stuff.
And then
and I did a.
Huh?
I can't get LASIK.
No, this was cataract surgery. I got young person cataracts. I was losing my vision. I was losing my vision in my early 40s.
Old enough to remember plaid pants, and Buster Brown shoes.
Yeah.
Would Lauren mind talking about her Path of Ruins image? Okay, I gotta know who this person is.
Who are you and
How
what
do you-
about it?
So here, let me see if I can find it.
That's
Yeah.
very specific.
What's your real name? 2004.
What's your credit card number?
Yeah.
2N or 1?
Do you still like the gun? Artillery. There you go.
Pew 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 pew.
That one.
Oh, someone knows.
Okay, it's gotta be like we have that hanging at home.
Yeah, you do. You have a friend of it.
Okay, I can't get with this anymore.
So here, this is the one. This is the one that people wanted to talk about.
Yeah, what about
Wait, here we go. Oh, it's not working. No, never mind.
So there we go. Talk about that a little bit, because that's fucking gorgeous.
What about it?
The hands, yo. The hands.
Would you mind talking
Alright,
about
that
Path
hand
of
is
Ruins
so
image?
long,
Dragon
but
Lord
it's good.
Servant.
No, it's good.
Cheaper.
Where were you in mentally when you made that?
I think I'm trying to remember. I guess I was kind of
Savage
like coming out of you know,
Killing the
my
servo.
sad phase, one of the many ones
Dead
that
servo.
ruined, you know, my ability to produce
Savage
work.
Rebel has haste.
It was kind of the first image that I started after all that stuff, and so I guess I was like, I had a very different vision of what I wanted for my work at that point, because even though I wasn't creating for a few years, I was still thinking about it, you know?
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was
She
just,
is 20,
I
like,
didn't really have a
just left
story
me alone
behind it, I just
for a
had a
moment.
feeling.
No,
And
delete
it is one of those images that normally I'm so fussy about composing things and figuring things out. I was like, I compose that in like an
and
hour.
since I get mana,
and I didn't
I'm
really
also
change
going to
it.
play
You know,
that.
it just like fell into place.
Gargan
and
Horde.
You got it.
It was so
Done.
validating, just the way it really
Scott's
came
hand.
together in such a natural feeling
Wait,
way.
aren't you
And
at 10
it
now
was
since
like,
you took
this is
damage?
what I want. This is the direction we're going.
Yeah.
You know, so it was.
Oh,
it
no.
was
The Dragon Tempest.
I mean, because this is one of those images where you definitely showed back up. To me, it was like one of those things where it's like, boom, Lauren's back. This is what she's doing.
It felt that way too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just it felt like it felt important somehow.
The worst fight I've ever seen.
The mermaid,
Yeah.
yeah.
Allows me to play
I
spells
still like that
less
one.
equal to the amount of cards.
Gosh, I did that. I think I was in college when I did that, so that was like.
Fine.
That was probably like 2007.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I still like it though. It's a good one.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, you know, sometimes even those much older images from when you maybe don't really have a handle on what you're doing yet, you still occasionally like fuck up and make something really amazing that's like way ahead of what you should be capable of.
You accidentally do something cool.
Yeah, and I do feel like that's one of those images that is one of those instances where it kind of still holds up, and I'm like, yeah, I still like that. Like I shouldn't feel that way about work I made in college, but I do still like it.
Well,
and it's still so popular.
You have Prince. Well, you're not sure this, right?
I'm not. I'm taking a break.
Which is completely okay.
Robert Paulson. I don't know who that is.
Isn't that from
You should
Fight
choose
Club?
Seth.
His name was Robert Paulson.
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
So
Trying to play a longer game.
play the long game. I don't know. I'm playing ridiculousness. I'm just playing whatever I draw because it's fun.
I'm trying to play I want to try to kill you both at the same time.
What are you nerds doing?
There's this game called Magic the Gathering.
Money the wasting?
Money the wasting.
I was going to teach you how to play. I was like, I can't get to like buy more shit to be able to do
That was
better at
a
it.
joke. I saw that on the internet.
It's good though.
Yeah.
Alright, and then I've turned
I have nothing bad to say about Magic. It's been a great
What
job.
are you doing?
I am moving to combat.
Biting that
Maybe
hand like
against-
Okay. All right. And am I chosen with Seeking
No,
as well?
I am.
No, you were chosen. She was chosen.
Okay.
And I'm attacking you with these three. This is going to be double strike.
Okay. I'm gonna block it with the indestructible thing.
Fair.
Actually, how much damage does it do? How much damage does that do?
It's 3, 4, 6.
I'm gonna take that 6.
You're going to take 6.
Just take it.
Absolutely.
Take the
It's
6.
I'm gonna block
Your
this.
life total.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm
Kelly
gonna block
said.
this with the indestructible thing and kill that.
And how big is it?
It's 2/2, but it's indestructible.
Right. Okay, got it. Okay.
Okay, and I'll take the 2 from that. So I take 8 damage.
6.
How indestructible is it?
7, 8, 9.
Sure.
9.
I'm at 5.
And I like how he
It's got
ignored
through,
me.
right?
Yeah, and it does 6 to her as well.
It does 6 to you.
I already took it.
Okay.
I'm at 4.
Take it.
Alright, pass.
I'm gonna tick her up to 2. The spell costs 2 less to cast for each artifact I control.
Is
3,
it-
4,
Is it a
5,
product
6,
in the Grand
7,
Bazaar?
8, 9, 10,
Who's
11,
counting?
12. Where did I throw
Someone
my
really knows this.
I know. Someone knows it plus one as well.
What exactly? What is a product in the Grand Bazaar?
10 Jives Emulating a Furrow, 10 to your face, 10 to that, and 10 more to your face.
10 to me and 10 to this. Yeah.
Seriously?
Many things are
Okay,
for sale in the
fine.
Grand Bazaar,
10
but
to your
which
face, 10
specific
to that,
item are
10
you
to your
asking
face.
about?
Oh right, your thing's called
I'm
Grand
dead.
Yeah. Yes.
I wasn't sure what he was referring to.
No, I knew.
Okay.
I will pass turn. Let's see if I can pull this out.
Stalker on our hands.
I was about to get up and go find my wife, but now that you've mentioned my book, I feel the need to stay.
So we get bouncing
Okay,
my
bounce.
hand.
All right.
Getting bounced my hands. This will be the second time I've played it.
You got it. Okay, off you go.
To the wild blue yonder?
We'll see what happens.
Oh, you playing the same deck you played last night?
No.
Really?
This deck is just all.
You have more than one.
No, I do not.
That was so derisive.
You're dead.
How?
That was a joke.
Watch.
If I'm dead, I'm dead.
If I'm dead, I'm dead. Crippling doom.
Someone's. They're just trolling us now.
And this.
Sure, you're gonna need it for 4.
Oh,
and it does 2
how
damage.
is
Yeah,
your
I'm
skull
dead.
damp?
No, so it does 2 damage to that.
Yeah, and then she hits me for 4, and I'm dead.
And then I hit you for 3.
Huh?
Got some feminism.
There it is.
Where you go?
Well, 6.
Did
you kill?
I did!
Yes!
I did!
Bam!
I mean, right now it's 50-50, but I've seen it when it's not 50-50.
I'm gonna press F. Pay respect
I mean,
to myself.
by middle age,
I
there are more
have
female
20 minutes
humans
to go
than male
outside.
humans. So,
I'm gonna
because
let
male
you guys-
humans do stupid things,
Oh my
like,
God.
hey, watch this.
Get in here.
Other people.
Hold my
I'm gonna
beer.
wander.
Go to war.
Yeah.
I'll walk with you. Other
So
people.
I'm
Have
gonna,
heart
I
attacks.
haven't actually. I've only walked through a little bit. This is my last chance to like. buy
Yeah,
something
you should
from
go.
Okay.
And
I'm
maybe-
gonna
Oh
put
wait,
my
you
dick
know, I
on
was
the
about
way.
to say except for
Oh,
me, and
I
then
like
like, no,
the
you've already bought
vintage.
something for me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Bird wizard.
Because I had to bring it to you.
You can watch. You can
Well,
watch.
I still bought
when
it,
you come
fucker.
back, you can watch and murder us all.
Shut your fucking face,
Here,
motherfucker.
let me.
You're a boner biting.
Motherfucker.
Okay.
So who won?
I did.
Not Seth.
Congrats.
That's the important thing.
Okay, not to leave.
Yes.
I haven't bumped this microphone.
Get in here.
I'm going to now when I see
That's
it.
a trap.
I'm gonna knock it over.
Don't count. Get in here.
Well, just go ahead and knock it when we get it. Yeah, I'm gonna go back inside.
I was gonna say, are you gonna play, Chris?
Dude, I haven't played in like 20 years, so I would not even know where to begin to play.
Well, that hasn't stopped itself.
Huh?
That hasn't stopped itself.
Come with us. Yes.
Are we playing another? Are we playing a game?
Yes, here.
Splendid.
Jay, we're gonna sit
That was fun. Yeah. Chris ate all of it.
They say they're fun setups.
Hello, friends. You're still watching. Ben. So we're gonna play.
I can do that. I can do the keyboard.
So we're gonna play Commander.
So if he's on keyboard, who's lead guitar and who's drums?
I'm gonna pick Seth
Hey.
for guitar.
Alright, Seth already knows how to play guitar, so that is a logical choice. We're playing Commander. Weird it's gone.
Are we?
We are playing Commander.
We're playing Commander at Oakscon.
Right, I forgot.
Yes. And our commanders are
Kaikar wins Fury
Kaikar wins Fury.
versus
Arvog the Cursed.
versus Midgix.
So he is Magnus.
Oh my god.
Look, I have one deck.
You brought one deck.
Well,
You have access to other decks.
I do. I choose to be an asshole.
Alright.
So we have 2 filthy control decks.
No, mine not.
Wait, am I playing
2
control?
filthy.
2 filthy control decks and 1.
I like to take a lot of turns.
Yeah, because you're a filthy control player. Target sided.
Dirty.
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 Is the camera centered? I'm gonna scoot up just a bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
All right. Join us. Join us.
god, no, there's more cards. I forget to double save these stupid things.
Alright, let's roll to go first.
I will go third.
That's not how life works.
This is how my luck works,
So
though.
I'm gonna deny that.
I have to pay
request.
respects, I love
We're
it.
gonna roll the sacred D12.
I do.
Only barbarians
I
use.
got one.
Only barbarians use D12s.
You got an 8.
Alright, here we go. 6.
Oh, barbarian wins.
Yep.
Let me get my test.
Alright.
Oh god. Have you let my hair walk? Have you let me walk around with my hair looking like this all day?
No, I've been fixing it continuously.
Okay. Well, I messed it up again. Alright. And
boom.
It's a vow on camera in the hot seat.
I don't like the hot seat.
Actually, you are either Chris Burdett or Lauren K. Cannon.
But can I be Burdetticorn?
Yes.
You can
be anything.
You can change your name to a Verdeticorn.
You can be anything you put your mind to.
This is uncomfortably close.
How was your ElixCon?
It was his first.
I have no land
Is it?
in the sand. I have one land in the sand. It's not going to work.
I'll
Oh,
keep
just put my name anywhere now.
So we do casually. Is it cool if I just draw another 7?
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
Jay-Bird, can you hand me my box?
Your box.
My box.
This box.
That box.
It's your box.
My box.
Is your dick in a box?
I mean,
That's a song.
that's a sentence.
All of this is not going to work.
Okay, I will keep. This hand is absolute garbage trash, but we're gonna go for it. Because the first one was worse.
What the fuck? Alright, I'll just go with this. I'm tired of drawing again. Alright, ready. We're ready. Let's go.
Alright.
That's terrible.
Ready, aim, fire.
Irrigation farmland. Pastor.
Could be worse.
Okay, cycling.
Untap, draw.
Well, it's not cycling because it's on the field now.
Aww.
Forsaken Sanctuary, go.
I will draw a card. I will play this island. Go ahead.
Uh-oh. He has access to blue mana now.
I do.
Well, that simply will not do. I'll play this Borrow Signet and I will pass. Yes.
I've never played this before, so I don't actually know how to say it. Prevent, yeah,
It's any
one,
damage.
Yeah, prevent the next
Save
two.
the geist.
Delta target legendary creature. I will tap one for a single ring. Oh, yes.
Okay, I'm just flipping. There you go. Oh shit.
Alright, we're gonna make one blue mana.
Yes.
This is going back to my hand for this. Is it one?
Yes.
And we're going to discard a card at the end of turn. It's gonna be this reveal.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
I'm revealing Traxxas.
Sure.
You sassy.
Me? Sassy? What are you talking about?
Never happens.
I don't sass.
Of course not.
Caca!
Squawk, squawk.
Squawk, 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 Pastor.
Draw. Hey, Matt. Swamp. On a mountain.
So you're playing?
Non-temporal gateway.
Chaos Warp.
I know what it does. I don't know why you're doing it now, and I don't know why you're doing it to Kaikar.
Many reasons.
So I get a permanent off the top, right?
Yes, you do.
You gotta get us
Flavor reasons.
Oh my god.
Pass turn?
You actually get to keep that on top.
Okay.
Yeah, you just reveal it, so I guess you draw Chaos Warp.
Yep.
Good time. God.
So, the reason I say I don't know why you did that is because now I have all the incentive that I need to Chaos Warp your Boiler Works.
Yes.
And set you back 2 turns.
Indeed.
That's what you get.
Absolutely.
That's when we do the pressing of the F. Nice.
My turn.
Probably.
I go.
Yeah, you're up.
Alright.
Are we calling a truce on Chaos Warping Commanders on
Absolutely.
On turn 3?
I just hope this is okay. Not what I want, but
It's better than getting set back 2 turns.
well, I guess. Set back 1 turn is fine.
Alright, black.
I'm going to respond to that by popping this for the show.
I love it. Marry the Cursed. Flying, first strike, haste. Creatures in play, so I'm just gonna hit somebody. Everything is bad. I'm gonna hit you.
Alright, I will go to 37.
And I cast
Move to Sadness Step and Pass turn.
Sadness stuff. The step where we cry.
Yeah, it's the crying
We're
phase.
back to the crying phase.
Proceed to cry phase. It's better than proceed to scoop phase, but
Yeah, it's just slightly better.
Port Town.
Whereas 2.
No, that's the one that you have to reveal. Chromatic Lantern. Signet, pass turn.
I'm just spreading the love,
And spreading the hate.
and I pass my turn.
Alright, here we go. Come on, land. It's not a land. I can do a thing. I'm going to move a super Sadness Step and discard this Seal of the Guild pack that I won't be playing this game. And pass to your turn. I do. I have cast 1 spell this game. It was the exciting spell to cast.
Kaikar. Are you going to counter it?
I'm going to Cyclonic Rift.
Target him.
Kaikar.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
I'll pass turn. Really?
Yes. So I can't do anything this game, but I'm going to make sure that Kaikar stays the least amount of time in play.
Oh god, you're such a...
It's a playstyle.
You know what? He's not wrong. Because once Kaikar gets on the field...
I have a real slow hand. And Kaikar's real not slow.
Okay, what am I doing?
Currently pushing our shit.
Yes. You understand.
And with Traxos.
The combat.
Well.
5, 6, 8.
Alright, I'm gonna go to 29.
I will pass my turn and I gain 3 life.
Oh. You are up.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, we got that out of my hand.
You're cooking with gas
So,
now.
we're gonna play this Gauntlet Electromancer, and then go ahead. Many people. 6 years? 6 years.
Who's watching? What are you doing?
Hey, me.
Hanging out?
I'm watching.
Alright.
Soul Ring.
In response to Soul Ring, I'm gonna echo it.
I want to respond to that.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, sure. I'm going to unsubstantiate your echoing truth. I get a spirit. Your echoing truth is bounced. The original Kaikar trigger resolves. Spirit comes down. Why'd you have to do that?
Bounce some things.
I'm going to slide a hand.
Seems like a plan.
Why does that back in your hand?
Unsubstantiate bounces target spell.
Oh, back.
Yeah, return target, yeah.
Is it creature spell?
Yes.
They should have made that one a sorcery.
Last turn.
Sorcery, speed, counter spells. The best counter.
Combat.
How much am I taking?
Alright, so 5, 6. Well, so this is a 5-4, a 3-3, and a 9-9.
Oh shit.
So
Flying for 3 face.
17, sure. I'll go to 18.
Great job. Great job.
audio land. It is not. But I can't do this fact or fiction thing.
Who are you choosing?
I'm going to target you, sir.
It's not targeted, sure. It's an opponent.
Sure.
Oh. I know how it works.
Just gonna take it. Play this land for turn.
Alright.
Go ahead. I will not be moving to attack still.
Sure. I know what you're gonna do. I'll attempt to cast Stormtide Leviathan. Island Walk. All lands on the field are islands in addition to their other types. Creatures without flying or Island Walk cannot attack.
That is 100% resolved.
Pass turn.
Okay, what's that, man?
It is an island.
So you know what we have on our hands now?
But I'm just wondering why. But
Recreating an island of sadness for my life.
No, put it in the middle of the table.
Oh, it's in the middle of the table.
Because all lands are also islands.
Alright. I'm going to move to combat.
Yep.
Sounds like a plan. Do any of your creatures have an island?
No, but some fly.
Well, never. Yep.
Yeah, creatures not flying or island walk can't attack.
Okay.
So, can I still crew something with an unflying creature? I'm assuming that still happens, right?
Yes.
Alright. So tap that to create the Weatherlight. And I will put some combat against you.
Yeah. What should I take?
Attack. Bounce the Weatherlight.
I'm not attacking you!
He's just a chaos muppet tonight, because chaos
Bouncing into my
muppetry.
hand.
My absolute only chance of surviving this game is to make an alliance with not you.
Ooh.
Because you are going to win this game if I do not do.
You stirred shit up though already. So
Absolutely.
I think you're just fucked.
5. Or you can block it. Alright. Pass.
Here we go. I'm going to play this Highland Lake, and then I'm going to play a Thought Vessel. And then I would like to move to Concentrate Step.
Sure.
And draw 3 cards.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Untap. Okay.
I have lands now.
Oh shit.
I'll play Deep Analysis. I'll draw 2. I'll get a Spirit. I'll play Preordain.
The after effects of that. Sugar.
Oh, like candy?
No, the Coke and the Fanta.
I can't see any of that.
No.
Yeah, no, that would not go over well.
No.
I'll play Sunforger.
And then going to a normal place. Still having them and having a good time.
Hello. I'll equip Sunforger. It's a Kai card. I'll so I have to do 5
7's
seconds.
cute.
I know.
I can't take care of it this turn.
I'll pass to me.
Uh-oh.
What'd you do?
I drew a land and I played it.
Yay.
It's something that I have not been able to do much this game.
Oh!
Oh, sick
Yes. Oh shit, it's back.
It is back.
7-3?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing.
You have the
Hey, look,
ability.
Ma, no hands. Alright. How big are the
He's a
7-3.
Alright, well. Combat. Targeting you. So,
Just that.
5-4. 7-9.
Block, block.
Okay. That's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna untap some hands. Draw this card.
I'm gonna use the bathroom, so you know, when I get attacked,
Sure.
I'll be back.
Physics.
Yep.
Well, I don't want that to be the only thing that I can do. But it is.
What do you need?
My deck box. Which
Just holding my phone up.
Aw. So it's all you.
There goes me. Eating me.
You were supporting me and you didn't even know it.
End of turn.
Nerds!
Ooh, unattached Sunforger.
How's it coming in for you so far?
It's been really nice.
Yeah.
Long and exhausting, but really nice.
I feel that. I feel that sentiment. I need a nap.
Yeah. It's almost time to do a sleep.
So it's time to do vacation.
Right, we head home from here and then on Monday leave for a place called LA. All sorts of bouncing around.
It's Burbank. It's not LA.
It's Anaheim.
Anaheim?
Anaheim.
Even more of a pain in the ass to get to than Burbank.
We're gonna get Enlightened Tutor.
For sure.
Enlightened Tutor is going to go fetch.
Are you casting Light too?
Yeah, off of. Are you gonna counter it? Okay. So,
I'm gonna expansion it, copy it.
cool.
Just artifacts. Okay.
No, it's artifact or enchantment.
Oh.
And then you put it on top of your library.
Cool, that gets a little bit better.
We're gonna get Clash of Realities.
How would you feel if I maybe picked up a... Oh shit, never mind.
Yours resolves first, so.
It does.
All right.
Nothing yet.
Nothing yet.
You do, yes. Nothing yet.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, I'm right there with walking.
Hold on, let me get the full effect going.
Aww.
She is.
Adorable.
The crown around the ears. Hold on. Takes a little. There we go.
I'll actually get Jessica Ascendancy.
Who's the character?
Max.
There you go. I knew it was something like that. It's been a long time.
What's up, guys? We're playing Magic the Gathering live for Twitch and Facebook and YouTube simultaneously.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So you're on camera.
Oh, yeah, I am on camera.
You are on camera.
Oh, you get bunny ears.
Alright, I guess I do. I'll also get a. So this is the end of his turn. I'm just casting Thumb Forger, casting Enlightened Tutor, and getting Jessica Ascendancy. It's upkeep. I'll draw. Let's go ahead and play that Jessica Ascendancy. I get a Spirit. Jessica Ascendancy doesn't trigger yet.
Yet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Cool. I can dredge all of these away.
Cruise?
No. Yeah. We're gonna leave deep analysis.
I've been doing my damnedest to murder everyone, but everyone's.
I bought this and a card game and Christmas break.
We're gonna play Treasure Cruise. Now this
You're
triggers.
cruising down treasure lane.
Yes, these two are sick. This one is not.
I copied some Light Tutor.
I'll play this island. We're gonna do some fun stuff.
It's the composition.
Seth, I'm so proud of this. Seth, watch this. I'm gonna Clash of Realities. I'm so proud of this card. No.
They're on.
Okay.
Draw on this card. So this is 2. So this is +2/+2. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't see. The Spirit does not see that when it enters. So.
I'm not following what's happening, but
I'll cast Rainstorm.
So you don't like the free cards.
No, that's how that works.
But you brainstorm first.
Yeah. So. I'll attack you for 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me go talk to her and see what I can do.
Parsons.
Dude, give it to me. There you go.
I'm gonna make this work.
Other way around. Well, yeah, you can wear them either way, I guess. You can't do both. Or
Well, I'm gonna try to see if I can get this on and then put the crown. That's not enough. We'll see. That's midnight.
I like that.
Oh, jeez. You're like evil Max now.
You just have it one crown to the side. There you go.
Yeah. Now you're definitely evil Max.
I'm going to deflecting palm Traxxas.
I can do it for you.
I got it. Got it. What's that thing? It bounces it to my hand.
No.
Traxxas deals any combat damage this turn.
Any damage at all.
Any damage at all. That damage is reflected back to you.
So I go to Spirit, Classic Reality, Dual Trigger, I'll shoot and marry.
Shooting Marion dies.
Yes.
It resolves.
Yeah. They're all exiled.
Yeah, exiled. Okay. That was your 7 to me if I attack with it, correct?
Yes.
Combat.
I'm fading pretty quickly.
Are you done playing? Take it out.
Tired.
Yeah.
5 to attack you.
Yeah.
That's not a creature yet. Sorry. Yep.
You got anything else redone?
9.
Yeah, I did
I'm at
sweet.
9.
Oh, they look like they're pretty fresh.
Oh no.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I broke it yesterday.
Oh, sad face.
Need some birthday love next week.
I went and got mine done. I guess it's been 2 weeks, and they're just barely got a chip on one. But like what she did, thanks. What she did, she like, took extra time and put extra layers on and everything else, and they lasted a lot longer. So I'm gonna keep going to her.
I'm gonna go do it in LA.
Oh, cool.
I need a
I'll pass
nap.
it.
On your upkeep, I'm going to cast Steam Augury and get an experience All right.
If you swing out, I die. Yes, I want to die.
Okay. All right.
How well versed are you in memes?
Thank God they're no longer alive.
Fairly good. Untap Traxos.
We're talking about it.
Well, nice to talk to you. We were talking about burgers. Yeah. We call her house.
Attack you.
Oh, right. I meant to show you what a peach fruit looks like. Hang on.
And I have not been doing my. You're dead.
Yes.
Want to die. I'm not doing my weather light triggers because I'm a moron. So, yeah, stop.
It's like, these possibly. Yeah. He was in the farm.
Where did Seth go? Hey, Brian. Brian. Brian, come here. Brian, I like you.
I don't play Magic.
I like you.
I just make movies about Magic.
I like you because you've got spirit.
Is this a token? Revisit and curiosity. That's cool, man. Go ahead.
You've got spirit.
It has been a cool use. If I untap.
That was a terrible joke.
If
No, you can keep it. I have like.
Can I?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome, man.
I have like 30 of them.
Oh, sweet. Yes.
So if you ever do get into Magic, you're like, I've got spirit.
He deals 1 damage. Whenever he deals damage, I draw a card, and then he'll deal damage, and then I'll draw a card.
You could be all like, I've got spirit. Yes, I do. I've got spirit. How about you?
You gotta kill it or me.
My wife is a cheerleader for Forgotten Girls roller derby.
Nice.
Yeah, so
That is awesome.
She's in fact the head cheerleader for Forgotten Girls roller derby.
Cool.
Never in my life did I think I would have a relationship with a cheerleader.
I was about to say.
Suck on that.
I was gonna
Captain
say.
of the football team.
I was gonna say like the nerd does get the cheerleader in the end.
Oh yeah. Damn straight.
All of the things do the die.
Wait, why did you go Visit Curiosity and not give him haste?
I didn't have a way to.
Haste? Wait, we're talking about D&D?
No. Haste is a thing in Magic where creatures can attack the turn that they can.
Oh right, I knew that. I didn't know that.
Haste is such a good spell in D&D though, too.
It's the best spell.
Just for the record, one of those pieces of paper has Drew Baker's phone number on it.
So who's the lucky die?
That wad of paper I just threw at you has Drew Baker's phone number on it. He had it posted in his book.
Is that a Patreon tier?
Huh?
Put it for
I
Patreon
threatened
tier.
to post it on Grindr. Just give it.
It's not a spin.
Awesome.
That's a D20.
Come here. Where did Asha go?
Just put Traxos in like fan zone. Because I'm a moron.
So she's tearing across the like Jack, you can see her.
should go.
Faithless Looting. Draw 2 cards.
Back in.
Discard 2 cards.
The finest one.
Well, you asked about like.
4 mana for 3 and Dynamo.
Yes.
1 minute until 7 for treasure cards.
What you got? I got a future tip.
Draw 3.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
Where'd you get
They're
that
like, hey,
Had what's your last name? Samples.
It's one of my favorite
Wait a second,
pieces
you
today.
didn't buy that?
Yeah.
You did?
What do you think?
I'm so envious.
I think it's
Like, I saw it.
How much was that?
I'm jealous.
$4.75.
Is it signet?
Yeah.
What? Worth
You
every
got
penny.
it for a steal.
Yeah, I did get this for a steal.
What?
I got this for a fucking
Thank
steal.
you for talking to us.
I know.
Thank you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Good.
Custom framed and everything too. Like it's
Holy.
really not really custom framed.
That's really nice. Wow, that's gorgeous. That's a great piece.
By the way, I'm so envious.
They're jackdaws. I just found out.
So envious.
I know I didn't get the ones that you got.
No.
I got the big one.
Yeah.
I thought it was Sit. I'm gonna sit by that. Tell me how you got kicked out of Catholic school.
If you punch it, I'm gonna laugh.
Hey, what'd you get? What'd you get?
Very Aqua style offering, and I'm going to take your visit.
Okay. Take 5 to 24.
It is a blitz. It's a good blitz.
Put this in the graveyard. Draw a card for search. I'm gonna cast Omniscience.
Oh, I put the
Thousand the hot seat.
Visit.
She's not happy with me.
Good visit. This land. Jace's Archivist. And I'm gonna put a copy of Jace's Archivist into play.
I guess you can't. You have to pay 5 to pick it.
Yep. Go ahead.
We need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Ew, look, a Mox Amber.
You let omniscience resolve?
I didn't.
These two
I
do
put
the thing
what?
as well, right?
Fucking what? Do I counter any omniscience?
You're in white. You have disenchant. You have demystify. You
I don't have a fucking hand.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Yeah, I know. Yep, and now I'm gonna die. Go.
Is that Sam's
untap?
Somebody bought that original. I think somebody bought the original at oh, it's a meat free. That's awesome. Have a meat free. That's ridiculous.
I'm gonna draw 8 cards, deal you 8 damage.
What'd you get? Vertebrates.
This one's in it. I draw 8 cards. Actually, 10, and then draw cards. Give me cards, discard, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. You're going to do 10, and I'm also going to do 10, and then I'm going to deal you 11 damage.
Somehow I didn't get that leap. I'll take that as
11. And I'm going to tap my other Jason's Architect, and I'm going to discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards, and you take 12 damage.
Want to go make out my customized van?
It's a Camaro.
It's a Camaro.
And then I will attack with 10 flying damage.
I've just been trying to chew off the script, and I'm very happy.
Good game. Many damage for such a
That's fair.
My horse is what I stock these show.
And I believe that does it for the stream.
I think I'm leaving. She's like, for an hour. Your hair just
So watch it.
like 20 years later.
Probably gonna call it out. Call it quits.
She's just
It's an opportunity. I gotta go.
20 years later. You don't question it.
Tell us how your Saturday is.
Alright, I'm gonna go pee, because now you sitting on my lap is making me have to pee.
Oh my god, really? Seriously? Seriously?
Oh god.
Go put on my flag.
I mean, that's how it works.
Well played. Are we calling it? I'm gonna call it. There's like 3 artists here to say hi. But...
Well, they gotta pack over here. They gotta find them.
Yeah, okay. You have like 3 people watching?
9.
Oh, well, let's hang out for a little bit.
Alright, well, get in here. I gotta make this game.
Then I'll tell you what, why don't we thank everybody, and we'll just hang out, relax, and break down, and maybe play some and hang out. Yeah.
Alright. Good night, everyone. This is the comment at Illuxcon. Hope you enjoyed it and all of our artists.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. And we're gonna sign off and drink some and hang out with the artists after they break down.
Sounds like a plan. Good night.
Good night, folks.
That's awesome.
It's a walrus dirigible.